because I'm afraid of just being taken advantage of or shoddy work. I know nothing about putting a deck together. I would love to get new siding. There's just so much
Right.
stuff I would like to do, but I put it off. I don't know who to talk to or what to do.
Move.
Seriously.
Right. Well, listen,
Thank you.
I mean, I don't even have to do the work for you. I can always just come and see in different options in different directions. You know what I mean?
You know,
Okay.
before you go much
that's what I
further,
do.
Chris, I want to let you know,
It's not
Eric
that
is
I'm
the
now
exact
trying
same
to-
way.
Hold on.
He doesn't do any work, but he still comes.
See that joke?
Listen. Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something. There, Wonder Boy. Okay. All right. It's a new. There's a new sheriff in town. All right.
And her name is Helen. So as I was saying,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Why do you always? What is it with you and these sexual innuendos? Are you that strung up? Is your sex
What are you
life that
talking about?
lame that you have to come in here in the morning and say and make lame sexual innuendos about me and my sex life? Huh?
I learned from you.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. You
so
did.
Chris, you said
Love
you
you,
could
Jack.
come in and like come over and like check out what I would want done and then give me honest.
Absolutely. I
well,
don't have
not
to do
on.
the work.
You know what I
don't-
mean?
I
That
don't
you could
have to
tell
do
me
it all-
what
I
I
don't
could
have to
ask
do it all
for.
at once.
Well, let's put it this. Well, let me
Say
put
again,
it.
Chris, please. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying I don't have to do it all at once. If you want to do things dribs and drabs, I do
Oh.
that a lot with a lot of my customers. If it's something small, it could be more cost effective for both of us. If I have an early day and I know that you have just something very small, I can come, at 2:00 and do one little thing. This way, I don't charge you as if I'm spending an entire day there just doing something small.
Okay. Oh, that's great. Okay, that's good to know because you're flexible then.
I have
That's really
I have
great.
a lot. I have landlords that I do work for that trust me. Anytime there's a problem in their rentals, they just call me, text me. I go there, take care of it, done. I have customers that don't. I have some customers that don't even ask me for prices anymore. They need something done. They call me, I get it done, and that's it.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
Good. That's trust.
There
They
you go.
believe
And
it.
that's
Yeah.
why.
Okay.
And that's why that's why Handy Fella.
Thanks, Chris.
First off, his truck it reminds me of one of my favorite movies, which is Goodfellas. You know.
Oh, we love you already.
As a matter of fact, Chris, we have someone here we have someone here from Brooklyn. All right, we have Maria. Are you there, Maria?
Yes, I am, Eric. How are you?
Good morning, Maria Castellano from Brooklyn. Welcome to the show. And what do you
Thank
want to say?
you.
What do you want to say to Handy Fella? Huh? I
That's
understand.
a nice German name.
I understand, Maria, that you have some work, possibly some boxes that you need. You have some work in your basement that you need things taken a little tidied up there. What do you need from Chris?
Well, first of all, Chris, let's talk a little bit here. Suppose I get you to do a job. You know what I'm talking about? A job. All right, so we're talking about a job. And what if, just what if, I say to you, Chris, my friend, I say, I'm not happy. I don't like the job you did. What are you going to do to make me happy?
What are you going to do?
Very serious here. You think before you say. Think before you say. Think.
First and foremost, we make sure we never get to that point.
I would hope so.
Might have to have
You're a smart man.
Might have to have a sit down.
There are no sit downs. If they screw up, we go past sit downs. Who are you talking to?
All
here?
right. So, do I understand, Maria Castellano, that you plan on recommending Chris with Handy Fella?
I absolutely would recommend him. I trust him. He sounds like a good. You Italian? Let me ask you.
He
you
is,
Italian?
of course.
Oh, you paisan? Oh, forget about it.
So the
We're
question.
good.
So what do you say? What are you going to do, Helen? I mean, what are you going to do, Maria? Sorry, I called you by your real name. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, Maria? If somebody says, "No, I'm not interested."
Not interested in my new friends.
No,
work
yeah.
here?
If they're not interested in hiring Handy Fella, let's say they want to hire somebody else. How are you going to handle
She's
that?
gonna shank him.
How are you going to handle
Need I
that?
say more? Need I
What?
say more?
Yeah, you going to take care of it.
I
So,
learned this trick in Rikers. Pop, pop, pop.
That's right.
all right.
I
We
know
got no
my
problems
sister.
here.
Anyway,
You know my
we're
sister.
Right.
we're
My
joking.
little sister, we're in a good place today. Let me tell you something. She's got my back.
There you
We'll
go.
take
That's
care of
right.
it.
There they go.
That's right.
So see
All
that?
right.
I cut you all. You messed with my sister.
So there you
There
go.
we
All right.
go.
So the bottom
End of
line, we
story.
joke around. We joke around a little bit, but the bottom line is Handy Fella Construction Services. You're fully involved handyman, licensed in Suffolk County. The proprietor's name, as we are speaking to now, is Chris Ferrara. 631-902-9660. 631-902-9660. He gives free estimates. His email, if you want to write it down, is handyfella 18. It's HANDYFELLA 18 at gmail.com. No job is too small. Here's the bottom line, folks, is consider him Cousin Chris. This is Cousin Chris of the morning show.
Oh,
now.
we're loving Cousin Chris.
Cousin Chris.
That's all right.
So you could pick
That's
up the
all
phone
right.
and you call him up and you say, yo, Cousin Chris, it's Cousin Eric. I got work to do, you know?
Hey, Cousin Chris, I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
You think I can hide some of these bodies under those new decks you're building?
Hey, yo, hey,
Well,
what are we
listen.
talking about here? Hey,
Well,
you know, you got to learn to talk better like that.
Exactly.
Talking bodies. What's the matter with you?
Chris, what?
Exactly.
All right, so Chris.
It's called package.
Every week,
Yeah.
That's some
every
package.
week
Hide
somebody
some
needs
of
a
these.
pair of concrete shoes.
Yeah. Do you travel to Dover? No. No. All right, anyway.
Well, now.
Listen, Handy Fella Construction Services, 631-902-9660. He is the cop and crew. We're spotlighting him this morning as the Long Island small business owner of our day, and hopefully he'll be your day too. So when you need any type of construction work done, like I said, when this man does a deck, I mean, this man does a deck. I love his deck. I love Chris's deck. All right.
Heard that.
All right. All right.
I don't know what to say.
Jay walks around all the time. Jay's got a shirt on that says "I love deck." All right, so there you go. So do deck. All right.
Why are you giving him marketing ideas?
Don't do deck. Jay doesn't do deck. Chris does deck. All right.
Well,
So-
you don't know
Don't be a
Deck, but
deckhead.
anyway, just saying.
No, you got to see the truck. It's black and it's like the Handy Fella on the side of it. You can't miss it. All right, 631-902-9660. Chris, we love you. We love Handy Fella. We love what you're doing. Thank you for being an honest Long Island businessman, and thank you for what you're doing for our community to beautify the homes and whatever it is. You know, thank you for being you. Thanks, Chris. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Take care,
See you
Chris.
soon.
Thank
Handy
you.
Fella, one more time, 631-902-9660. There you go. Okay, bye. All right, so that's our spotlight. Okay, so let's get organized here. All right, we're going to
Right.
get organized.
Let's get organized
Let's
here.
get
Who
o-
are you talking to?
Let's get organized here. Let me start with the old woman because she's closest to heaven than all of us. Here we go. All right, hold on. I got her. Oh, I had her mic off. That was a shame. All right, go
I
ahead.
was wondering what was going
I'm
on.
trying to figure
How
out why
do you know-
Janet. I
how-
can't.
You don't even know that I'm really 29. I
Oh,
just
yeah.
look old.
Yeah, you just look old.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a rough life. What, you smoke?
Never, never, never.
Look at Janet. I mean, yeah. And
We can't see her.
you can't.
Oh.
Oh,
We
no.
see the back of your
And I've
chair,
been waving,
Eric.
And I've been waving to
You
you.
see the
all
back of my
morning.
chair? Oh, and you're looking at. Well, what are you looking at? You looking at YouTube? Or you looking at Facebook?
I was trying to see what you were looking at online,
Well, this
seeing
is-
if you were looking up any inappropriateness.
No, I don't look up.
Actually, I'm reading a joke from my Wordsworth.
Oh, God. Here we go.
I'm not ready for jokes yet. No,
Yeah.
no, no,
We
no.
got to
no.
do news.
I know,
first.
but-
there's Janet. All right.
I'm
so
reading them on the inside, and I'm laughing.
this
Well,
whole
that's good.
the whole
Hey.
show. The whole show's a joke.
You know what,
Say
Lisa?
that.
I think we should bring up to our esteemed producer where were we at 8:00 this morning?
Yeah,
Huh?
we were planning
We
our
were
new
having
our new show.
A very
Your
nice
radio
conversation.
station, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said we've been replaced. What happened?
What were you
And
doing?
We were wondering who our replacement was.
What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
We were hanging out. Jace. Look at Jace.
What
Are
are
we
we
in
do-
trouble?
I can't see him.
What
This
are we
memo.
talking about?
We thought we were being listened to. Could you
Yeah.
hear what we were saying?
Will you? All right.
And it was good,
Excuse me.
too.
I don't speak Hellenese. You want to? all right. I don't speak Hellenese or
And
Lisa
what does that mean?
or Lisa Wango. Lisa Wango Hellenese. There's a new languages. Lisa Wango Hellenese. All right. All right.
You're gonna make me choke.
All right. Hey, could you do me a favor?
That's
Could
a
you,
leading.
I want to be now. I can honestly say I made Lisa Monaco choke.
Say that.
Will
Maria,
you-
take care of it.
Would you explain what
So
the
we
hell
all
you
know
two?
about Hell on Earth. I'm pretty sure their show is called Hell and Lisa.
Oh, God.
Well, it's age before beauty, so I gave her the I would be first.
Would you
Just
please
saying.
explain what the hell you're talking about
we have
before?
no
we
idea.
don't even know what we're talking about.
You
We're
do.
just talking.
No, you're trying
We were
you're
on
trying
the
to back
show.
out of
we
the square
were
now.
on Skype for 10 minutes.
I
And
thought
we're
you
saying,
were
where's
all
Eric? Where's
sleeping
Jace? Where's
late.
Eric? Where's Jace? Where's WLINY? We're here. Where are they?
Sleeping
And we
late.
see you two going, blah, 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 blah. And
No.
then we're thinking,
No, it never happened because I didn't even get to sign in until 10 after 8
Yeah.
this morning because I was waiting for my computer to update.
okay, well, fine. But then we saw
Update
Eric
on
going,
your
blah, blah,
own
blah, blah, blah.
time.
And we're just
Update on your own time.
Where
You
is
know
everybody?
what? I got to tell you, I try to update on my own time. I started this update before 10 o'clock last night.
Wait, oh, I got a cough.
Oh.
Yeah, and when I
Wow.
went to bed at 3 o'clock this
Oh,
morning,
God.
it was still updated.
Heather
Why?
Heather,
I was
What?
watching Boiler Room.
It's a piece of shit. That's why.
Heather said she has a
Oh.
question. What's your question, Heather? Heather Lander says.
Also, Austin Mayville says good morning.
Hello, Austin. Hello, Austin. Hello, Austin. Hello, Austin.
Hi, Austin. What's Heather's question?
I don't know. She said I have a question. I didn't ask her a question.
Heather, where'd you go? Ask a question.
Heather says.
So-
Heather says. She says loved the show yesterday, Helen. What are we wood? You think Helen's the only one that was on the show? I'm telling you. All right. Anyway.
Here we go.
All right. I'm going to start us off here. All right. And then what we have to do is we have to get serious with the news and things like that.
That's how it started.
What's that?
Nothing.
What did you say? What did you say there, Wonder Boy?
About time you started.
I'm gonna get.
Oh, okay.
I want to get started here, and I want to get. It's like we're gonna.
Actually, before you do that, can I just tell people how proud I am of you?
Me?
Yes.
Well,
What'd he do?
sure. Anybody could. I would love somebody to be proud of me.
I got to tell you guys how proud I am of Eric. Okay.
Tell us.
Why?
Yesterday, I gave Eric some honest feedback, and he took it. He didn't question it.
Anyway,
And we left it there.
I'm just kidding, Jay.
All right,
I cued
Jay,
his
somebody
mic. I
else-
cued his mic. Go ahead, Jay. What were you gonna say? Go.
He cut my mic in the
Go
middle
ahead.
of it. I'm
Go
watching
ahead.
him
Go ahead.
on stream.
No, what were you gonna say, Jay? I'm sorry.
I gave Eric some honest feedback yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
And after about 10 minutes, he called me back and he goes, "Damn it, you're right. I need to evaluate it. And I'm glad that you brought it up. And also, I have the support of the whole team on it." I told Eric that sometimes it is better for him to focus on one goal. And then once we all get set on that one goal, then together we will all move on to another goal and then to the next goal so that we can accomplish things together as a team.
Well, aren't you, Mr. LOA?
Well, it's funny because then I went back and I watched that episode. I'm like, son of a bitch, Helen said the same thing, and I'm pretty sure Lisa's been telling her the same thing for months.
Golf clap.
Golf clap.
Thank you.
When I was
Look at that, I got the clap.
So
I'll
Eric
just do a
didn't
dance.
argue with you? Didn't he?
No.
Did he not feel well or something? I mean, he didn't say a word, really.
you know,
Hey, I got to tell you, he was.
it's not hard. It's hard being, having, what's the word I want to use? ADD.
Oh, we all have
I
ADD.
said that
think
too.
so.
As a child, I only thought ADD spelled ad.
And
Sitting
then,
in my,
then he found out it's
when I
spelled
was-
attention deficit. Ooh, shiny.
when I was young,
Look at the squirrel. Okay.
when I was young, Mama had to put a pork chop around me to get the dog to play with me. I wasn't very well liked by
Loser.
I wasn't very well liked by the other children. That's probably because I went to school naked.
What the hell? No. You were doing
I bet
so
that's
well,
not-
and then
See, and
you burnt.
See,
you
you
get
could,
crashed
see,
and burned.
you could
Are
do
you
it.
still talking?
You could do it, Helen.
Do what?
Oh.
Say no for a change.
Never.
I bet.
Just like that. Yeah.
No.
We
No,
got no,
I'm
no,
not
no,
gonna
and
say
yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Ooh.
No. There we
She's-
go.
wow. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Jay, thank you very. No, you're absolutely right, Jay. And I, you know what? I thanked you. Because sometimes you can't be afraid. You can't be. Listen. You can't be afraid to give positive feedback. All right. Because if the person that you're giving the feedback to is truly a friend,
That's right.
they will accept it as positive feedback and not as an insult. So even though today is Jay's last day on the show, what'd you say, Jay? What?
He thinks.
What? All right. Even though
He
today,
acts like if I ever had a day off the show, I wouldn't find some way to Skype in.
Oh, you would.
I couldn't live my life without Jay.
Would
Jay-
you stalk?
Jay's
You would
been-
be a stalker.
Ooh.
all
would.
A
You
stalker?
all.
He come in under another name.
You all are a part of my life now. So it's like
I the name Hugh Jane is.
I think Helen has said this. We spend more time together.
That's right.
We spend more time together during with all the hours that we rack up during the week than some people spend with their families. So
Yeah.
it really is.
I think we all have ADD, or we wouldn't blend so well.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
I think that's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what Gina said? Marie said, "I love how you guys spin off of everything."
Yeah.
do.
And that's very true, boy. Talk about rapid fire going, what? Now, where are we going? Where are
And
we
we
going? What are we
never
doing?
know.
Okay,
And
what?
I got to
yeah.
tell you, Gina, I did have a conversation with her yesterday, and she does feel the chemistry.
We know.
She does. She truly does. I asked her point blank. I said,
What
Gina,
chemistry?
the chemistry that women have with me.
Oh yeah.
What?
The
Totally.
women have
Are
chemistry.
you, are you serious?
Yeah, I'm like
Williamson.
nitroglycerin. If you add water, it blows up. You know that type of shit.
I might have some
So-
nitro in my purse.
Yeah, I know, but that's for your heart, baby. And we don't want. I
don't
you
use
take the pill. I don't want to have to do CPR or mouth to mouth on you. All right. Anyway,
Did you guys read Danielle's comment?
no. What'd she say?
No, we already have one stalker.
Mm.
Oh.
I took care of it.
Now, when I say the name of where this is happening, you guys go where? Okay, I'm training you guys this morning, so I'm going to go in Concord, New Hampshire.
Where?
All right, let's get it together, Helen. All right, this is not, this is not rocket science. Do you need me to send you the manual? All right, come on now. You need to do a Google search on how to do things in medicine here. What the hell's wrong with you? All right, try it again. Pissing me off. In Concord, New Hampshire.
Where?
No, I didn't like that. I didn't. I don't feel you. I don't feel the emotion.
Oh my God.
I'm not feeling it. In Concord, New Hampshire.
Where?
Just so we're clear, I took a screenshot of that.
I don't even know what to say.
Oh my God.
All right. Let's stop and let's just stop for a second, okay? I'm trying to be.
I don't
I'm
know
trying to
I
be.
think it's Missy acting up.
Where?
All right, in Concord, New Hampshire. In a case that pits freedom of expression and equality against public decency, 3 women are challenging a New Hampshire city ordinance prohibiting public nudity and taking it to the state's highest court. Yes, Heidi Lilly, Kia Sinclair, and Ginger Piero were ticketed in 2016 in Laconia after they went topless at Weir's Beach over Memorial Day weekend. Piero was doing yoga while the other 2 were sunbathing. Some beachgoers complained, and I would too if you've seen the heifer, because let me tell you, these people are heifers, boy. Complained, and a police officer asked them to cover up. When they refused, they were arrested. A legal motion to dismiss the case against the women was denied, so they have appealed it to the New Hampshire Supreme Court, okay, which is expected to hear the case February 1st today. The women want the court to dismiss their conviction by invalidating the city's ordinance. The 3 women argue that no state law forbidding female toplessness the 3 women argue that there is no state law forbidding female toplessness and that the ordinance is discriminatory since men are allowed to go shirtless. They have never seen Jay. Then also contend their constitutional rights to freedom of expression were violated. Yes, their freedom of expression with those boobies hanging out were violated. All right. The law in the state of New Hampshire is that legal. Let me start again.
Where?
I'm going to start again.
Stop it.
In Concord, New Hampshire.
Where?
3 heifers let their boobies hang out. The cops got pissed off. They arrested the bitches, brought them in, and they want to be able to show their boobies in public. Anyway, the law in the state of New Hampshire, is it's legal. It is legal for a woman to go topless. Here's the deal. The law in the state of New Hampshire is that it's legal for a woman to go topless. So we, them, are trying to get the town of Laconia to recognize and stay with the state. That's what Lily said. The town ordinance, in our opinion, is not constitutional. We're hoping the Supreme Court will see that. The women are part of the Free the Nipple movement.
Go, girl.
Yes. Free the Nipple Movement, a global campaign that argues it should be acceptable for women to bare their nipples in public since men can. So
Let me tell you, after 4 kids, nobody wants to see any of that.
Supporters of the campaign are also taking their causes to court with mixed success. A U.S. District Court judge ruled in October that a public indecency ordinance in Missouri did not violate the state's constitution by allowing men but not women to show their nipples. But in February, a U.S. District Court judge blocked the city of Fort Collins, Colorado, from enforcing a law against women going topless, arguing it was based on gender discrimination, and the city is appealing. In New Hampshire, Lily and another woman first challenged the ban when they were cited for going topless at a Guilford beach in 2015. A judge later dismissed the case, but the legislator took up the debate several months later with a bill that would have made it a crime for women to expose their breasts or nipples in public. I don't see what the big deal is.
So men need to get bras. That's the bottom line.
No, the bottom line is I don't see what the. First off, let me explain something. I'm looking at a picture of this woman, and I'm not judging her. I'm not, okay? But I got to be honest with you. This woman's got a gut on her. It looks like my Uncle Fred, okay? So the bottom line is this, all right? If she had no shirt on, if she was topless.
You wouldn't know it.
All right, let me say it nicely. How can I say this? You get someone like Helen or Lisa, I'm going to look, all right? That's it. They're bottom line. They're good-looking women, all right? You got someone like this woman, all right? You know, after seeing this woman topless, I probably wouldn't be able to eat. Okay, so I'm sorry. It's just not something that I want to look at. So I really don't give a rat's ass if she's topless or not. If she bottom line, what's your opinion, Jade? Should a woman be allowed to go topless or not?
Let me think about it. Huh?
Should a woman be allowed to go topless or not?
Ouch.
Jay,
you totally missed what happened.
I know. I got you. You were putting
Was that a motorboat?
No, yeah, he was putting his head between. He was putting his head between somebody's breasts. Okay, you perverted bastard. But anyway, all right. So go ahead now. Should a woman? Is it constitutional?
Yeah. Let her.
Why? Because you want to see them, or because it's constitutional?
No, because it's constitutional.
You're lying. You want to see those babies? What are you talking about? Like, where's your song, Jay? I was trying to cue you.
I'm at a point now in
Jay,
life where if
where's
they're
those
walking towards me, I go.
Jay. Usually by now you got your song queued up.
Yeah.
You know?
Would I be allowed to play that?
Probably not. Lisa, should a woman be allowed to go topless?
Listen, to each his own. If she wants to, great. I could care less either way. It has no effect on me, what I do, what I see. If I don't like it and I don't want to see it, I just keep moving. I keep walking past her. I don't need to stare. So I'm all for whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy, go for it.
I'd be walking along the beach holding up signs like 10, 5, rating those.
I'm not a judger.
All right.
I'm not a judger. Would I personally do that? No. That's just not for me.
Just ruin the whole moment. Anyway, all right. Helen, would you let those big babies bang out there or what? No, what do you think, Helen? What do you think? I know not you, because because you women, you respect yourself. I understand. So because it's public. Don't get us in trouble.
I won't.
Go ahead.
I'll stay for the chorus.
Yeah, there you go.
I think I'm with Lisa on this. It's like you want to do that, go right ahead. But I don't know. Why are the women doing it? Because they want freedom of the breasts? I mean, why?
Attention.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking.
It's a different level of attention. Some women need that. Some women want that, and whether they are perfect, voluptuous, whatever or not, whatever their shape is, they're looking for something,
I think I got an erection.
Hey, ladies,
I may put myself out there in ways, but I'm not attention.
Hey, ladies, take a listen to this real quick.
Here we go.
Rodney Carrington.
Show them to me. Show them to me. Unclasp your brows, set those puppies free.
There you go.
That's a real song?
Yes, it is.
That is not a real song.
It's called Show Them to Me. He'll send it to you.
And it sounds a little country.
Rodney Carrington, Show Them to Me.
And that's specifically about the boobs.
That is.
You know what? We can't put anything over on you.
Listen,
that's
all different names for it. Hey, it's funny. We started talking about boobs, and Mr. Chris from Handy Fella jumps into our Facebook live stream. So good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Chris.
Good morning. So we chat it. What do you say? Should they be allowed?
I don't think so, but there are nude beaches. If they want to go expose themselves, let them hang out.
But maybe
there.
not in New Hampshire.
Oh, they're all over the place.
Yeah?
honey, I'm sure.
All right.
Isn't Laconia where the motorcycle rally is every year? Is it Laconia, New Hampshire?
I know we'd have to ask Gina. We'd have to find
Hey,
out.
Ellen, you know what a 75-year-old woman has between her breasts that a 25-year-old doesn't?
What?
Her navel.
Well, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No,
I'm
no,
gonna-
no.
I'm not touching that.
I'm going to give you guys a chance to do your news things in a second, but I have a quote of the day that I'd like your opinion of, okay?
Okay.
This is a quote by our New York Governor, Andrew Cuomo. He said, "It was ridiculous as campaign rhetoric. It's absurd as government policy. The China Great Wall was built in 200 BC. If China had to now build a border protection, it would not be a Great Wall. It would be technology and lasers and infrared equipment." Opinions, Heather. I mean, Helen.
Heather.
God almighty, I'm looking at my daughter's post. Helen, what do you say?
I don't know. I'd have to hear more of the quote. Actually, the Great Wall took forever to build, and
Well, what Como
I think
say-
it's a work of art, so
Well,
to
no, no,
speak,
what
because
Como's-
it's got a
what-
lot of history behind it.
What Como is saying is he's saying
Yeah.
Trump is talking about building this giant concrete or wall.
Yeah.
Okay. The question
Mhm.
and he refers to the China Wall, all right, being a wall. So the
I
question
understand.
is, in today's world, would it be
Yes.
less expensive and more? Would it be better instead of building this giant wall to what would technology bring us? Would lasers and infrared equipment be better than a wall? And Como's saying, in today's world it would. I see problems with that, but I want to get your opinions. Would it,
I think lasers probably would be better aesthetically. Yeah, I think actually that's a better idea. Why don't you like it?
Here's the deal,
because-
because here's the thing. Right now, we have like the border patrol agents and things like that. The problem
Yes.
that he's not addressing with that is
Okay.
there are not enough border patrol agents. So if somebody
So get more.
listen, if they can keep criminals in massive, if they could keep the criminal, okay, in maximum prisons, okay, by simply using, barbed wire.
Yeah.
Why do we need this giant, expensive wall? And the thing is that with modern technology being what it is, that's great. But I don't think they have the manpower. If somebody's coming running across the border and infrared's picking them up or
Laser them.
if laser technology is picking them up, if you don't have the manpower to be able to go after these guys to stop them, they're going to get through anyway. So the question is, they would have to. I think if they're going to do something like technology and infrared and lasers, they need to use the money that they would normally use on a wall to really put together a really great border patrol force.
I just want to be that border patrol guy that's sitting there with his friends and was like, super, like, pew, 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 pew.
Oh, jeez.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
With a paintball gun or what?
Well,
I
paintball
think
gun.
I think also
You
putting
think?
a wall up.
You think? You think?
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
I sincerely, and this may sound crazy, but I
Okay,
think
then.
one day there will be no electricity. Everything will be solar.
Thanks, Janet. Anyway,
What about the trees?
What about the
People
trees?
people have approached me about my house to put up solar, and I have all these
Oh, I
trees,
won't
and
do
it's
it.
like, no, I'm not cutting down my trees. We need trees.
You know what? We're coming out this
So-
weekend with a chainsaw and cut them all down.
Oh, God.
Are you a
No,
tree?
you're not.
Yes, we are.
I am a tree hugger. Yeah.
And
Share the
trees-
show,
and
folks.
trees life.
Share
One
the
of
show.
my trees on my birthday.
Share the show. Jay, what do you think? Should there be a wall, or can we do it with modern technology?
Well,
I
we're
like-
already in an age of modern technology, if you ask me. So if modern technology isn't helping, then I think we need to advance it in some way, shape, or form. So I think our only option would be a wall.
Okay, Lisa.
I agree with Jace. That makes sense.
Lisa's there going, they're building a wall?
But you know what? Let
I'll
me
tell you a wall.
ask
There's
Eric.
you know what?
This is gonna
I'm mad at
happen.
Danny,
Do you
and there's
really
a
think
wall
the
right
wall's gonna
here.
get built?
Right? What?
Eric,
What?
do you really think the wall is going to get built? Do you really think it's going
No,
to happen?
Of course not.
No,
I don't
Okay.
either.
I don't either.
I don't think so. I don't
Yeah,
think so. And
because-
I got to tell you, I don't think a wall,
It's not going to hold anything back.
you know what? There's so many simple solutions to situations like this. Instead
What solutions?
instead of building instead of spending all this money on a giant wall, increase the border patrol.
Right.
and make a force as strong as a military force that can maintain a border. That's maintain the border. If you're putting up if you're gonna, there's fence, right? Okay, so there's fence at the border and it stretches for
Would you
miles.
agree or disagree that right now the options that we have in place are not working?
They're not.
Yeah, they're not because
Clearly
the border patrol there's not enough border patrol agents to
So
monitor the
there's
border.
People, we need to hire more people. Bottom line. Spend the
Again, and
money
if you
on
have,
that.
and if you again, and if
People still get in. It's still people are going to get in.
Yep.
And you don't think with technology people would be able to get in
Harry
override
George
Probably
says
less.
technology?
Probably
Harry
less.
George says no wall, it's not worth the money.
I agree. I agree.
Hey, I'm going to change the subject for a minute. For Heather Claire Lander says, "Would you believe I have a hater?" Somebody's picking on one of our listeners.
Give
Really?
me a break.
Yeah, a couple of days ago.
People are crazy. Sorry.
She has a hater.
Sorry,
She has a
Heather.
hater. She has a hater today.
Well, she
Yeah,
just
clarify
she just
that.
Yeah, what are you talking about, Heather?
I had somebody reach out to me yesterday, and
I wish I. Had
I
somebody-
responded this
I wish
morning.
somebody would reach out to me. Anyway.
Because every time we reach, you put your wiener in the way.
Oh.
Jay, pick a number between 1 and 3.
I can see the answer already.
Pick a number between 1 and 3. I do this with my kids. I go, all right, let's be fair.
1 and 3 is 2.
No, you were so close, Jay. You really were.
Yeah.
So close, really. I used to tell my kids that. I go, all right, let's be fair about this. Pick a number between 1 and 10. No matter what number the kid tells you. Like if he says 6, go, damn, you were so close. I was thinking of 5. Try again. He goes 4. No, I was thinking of 3. Try again. 2. No, I was thinking of 7. Drive him crazy.
Oh my
Anyway,
God.
all right. Who's got real news? Who's got something?
I do.
All right. Pick a number between 1 and 2.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. This is new math.
You know what?
What?
You know what?
What?
You know what?
What?
Common Core. I say 10.
There you go. It's true.
Now what?
You're absolutely
Now
right.
what?
No.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you
Listen, get this.
Why
Check
do
this
girls?
out.
Why do girls do that?
Who does that?
Can you guys see me on camera? Hold on.
No, I
No.
saw the back
I
of
can
your chair
barely
earlier,
see.
and I
I'm on.
gave
No,
up.
I just
All right,
see a
so-
lovely picture of
hold
you
on.
and Linda.
So, like, what do you mean you see it? What do you see a picture of me and Linda?
Okay, hang on a second.
In
Helen,
her bedroom. She stares at it. I heard. There's stories. I heard the story.
Listen, I'm looking at
Shh,
myself.
quiet.
I'm on stream. I'm on camera.
on stream.
I got Facebook on. I got
I
YouTube.
screenshotted you on stream, by the way. I'm gonna send it to Jace.
No, when a woman gets angry, they go, they shake, they like move their head, like what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
That's
like what are you gonna do?
that's our
I just bring out the baseball bat. I mean,
All right.
seriously, really.
Lisa, this is your opportunity. The world is listening. Every ear is on you right now. Okay,
Not on
look at
here.
it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
As
Go
it
ahead.
should be.
Go ahead. As it is. Go ahead.
Check this guy out. An ex-Jacksonville officer gets life sentence for paying a woman to sexually abuse her daughter.
Ooh, that's a sick person.
Listen to this. I can't even believe it. A former Florida police officer has been sentenced to life in prison for paying a Texas woman to sexually abuse her toddler daughter and send photos to him. A U.S. Attorney's Office news release says former Jacksonville officer Michael Eugene Williams was sentenced Monday. He pleaded guilty last June to sex trafficking of a child.
Sick.
Federal prosecutors say the 61-year-old Williams asked the woman to photograph the sexual abuse of her then 3-year-old daughter and to sell the images to him.
They both should
The
be
investigation
put away.
began after the sheriff's office received a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. A search of Williams' house uncovered hundreds of child pornography images and videos. The woman received 60 years in prison after pleading guilty to 2 counts of production of child pornography. I get the chills reading this. Like, I just want to take the mother and
Oh, yeah, totally.
strangle her myself.
Well, I'm sure they'll fix her while she's in prison. Big time. Big time. That's terrible.
And
That's
it doesn't say, like,
disgusting.
where is this child now? Like, the story ends there.
Yep, well,
Story ends. Like,
She's
where is this
probably in
child?
CPS,
Oh, I'm certainly
Child
sure of that,
Protective
yeah.
Services, or something like that.
Tragic.
I'm sad.
Wow.
It's very, very
You know,
sad.
anybody that
Yeah,
hurts
that's-
kids or animals, I have no use for. I have no patience for. It's disgusting.
Oh, man.
Eunice says that mom should be put to death.
Oh yeah. Well, death is too good. Make her suffer. Look what she did to that
Yeah.
child.
Yeah, make her suffer on our dime, though.
Well, you know what? They'll take care
And the
of her.
thing is,
It's like they take care
how
of
is
the
he paying
pedophiles.
this woman?
What'd you say?
I don't know.
He's in jail. How is, you know what I mean?
Well,
Listen,
it's
Got nothing.
Surprised what people can do from jail.
from what I understand. I don't know if I've heard that when you get someone in prison that hurts children, or abusive to women, they don't last too long. A lot of
Well,
them.
what about Dr. Nasser from Michigan State?
That's
He's going
sick
away
puppy.
forever.
Well, he's never coming home.
And
That's sick.
yeah,
puppy.
somebody's going to do something to him.
And the
abusing all those young
Nasser.
women.
The sad thing is that
Nasser, Nassar.
that's
Yeah,
the guy
he's
that-
going away.
On a whole other note,
Yes.
being that it's February 1st,
yes,
I want to discuss something that I don't really celebrate. I don't really care for it, but Valentine's Day.
Yes.
There are
13
10
days.
romantic Valentine's Day date ideas. Eric,
Oh.
you should pay attention to this.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
That's the
Because
other
I think
room.
beef jerky is just stupid. Okay? Just saying.
I'm with Lisa on that one, Eric. Seriously,
Okay.
really.
So
I gotta
this,
tell you though, that was thoughtful. Okay, if Danny or your significant other, you haven't mentioned his name on air before, and I don't know if you want me to do it now, so I won't. Imagine they said, you know what, I like a particular snack. Well, if you find something with a heart, knowing that is your sense of humor, would you not then go get them that snack in the shape of a heart and go, look, you know what, it made me think of you. It was a thoughtful gift if you had it.
Really?
Absolutely.
No.
I think it was a very thoughtful gift.
Beef jerky.
I mean, and maybe in addition to other things that she
Yeah.
likes.
Yeah, he got her some KY jelly, some
Oh,
beef jerky,
stop.
and I think a new pot holder. I don't know.
Oh my God.
No can do.
And
for
a
beef
new
jerky,
extension
okay?
cord Hoover vacuum. Like, doesn't make a difference what the man got for his wife.
That's
It's his wife.
That's one freaky night.
Yeah, it
Is
is.
that what they do in Delaware?
No, we have.
Listen.
people-
So listen, this is you just everybody could take a little something from this, okay? This is just 10 romantic Valentine's Day date ideas.
Okay.
Valentine's Day holds a lot of pressure for both men and women.
Yep.
So, number 1, have a picnic in your living room.
Yeah.
That's romantic. That's sweet.
Yeah,
No, it's
with
not.
with three cats and a dog. Yeah.
Listen.
Okay.
Children.
Musts to pack in your basket. Finger food like sandwiches, chocolates, and wine.
I'll go
Plan-
with the wine.
Yeah. Plan a
Me too.
spa day at home is number 2.
No.
Create a spa day
Listen,
for you and
you
your
wanna know-
significant other.
You want to know how broke I am?
Go
Well-
ahead.
I'm going to tell you how broke I am.
How
Spa
broke
day.
are you?
Steph's like, I want to get in the jacuzzi. I'm like, we don't have one. Thought bubble. Honey, get in the tub. Okay.
Well, yeah, that's all you
Take
need
a
to do.
bubble bath.
No.
You know what she can buy you for the bubble bath? She
Yeah,
can buy
a
you like a
fucking
little
straw.
toy ship.
Straw to blow bubbles while she's in there trying to relax.
She can man it up and buy you like a toy ship. And you can make it romantic and get like a candle and light the candle for her.
And have
Yeah.
a glass
You
of
want to know
wine.
what I'll do if she buys me a toy ship? I'll play Titanic and see who goes down.
God.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
Okay. 3 is recreate your love story. This is something
Okay.
that you can
Yeah.
the day that you guys met,
Ugh.
or a romantic date that you remember. You can recreate
Harry
it.
George says he got his second wife a custom vacuum cleaner attachment for Valentine's Day.
How did
Come
that
on now.
work for you, Harry?
Come
Yeah,
on
vacuum
now.
cleaner.
Is he
Bruce
divorced?
says, yes, Jake,
Flock.
children.
Is he divorced?
Harry George, he's making a collection. He's on number 3.
Oh, God.
This might be good for you, Jace. It's number 4. Okay? Pretend you're at a 5-star hotel.
Yeah.
Go full out Vegas style. Order taken. Make an amazing dinner. Put it in store bought Chinese takeout containers. Buy fresh strawberries.
Oh,
dip in
God.
chocolate.
That's not a bad idea.
Hang out in bathrobes. Put it on an awesome playlist. Okay? Yeah.
An awesome
Get it.
playlist.
Pretend you're at a luxury hotel and have fun with it.
And
Number
have
5.
somebody babysit your children while you're doing it.
Number 5, play truth or dare. Ooh, that could be fun. feel like you know everything about your partner, or you have
Truth or dare, honey. Dare. I dare you to take out the garbage that's been sitting there for a week. Take it out, goddammit. I dare you. I dare you. No.
Come on, these are cute.
It turns into a great big episode.
No, they're not. They're
No.
lame, Lacey. They're lame.
Lacey.
It turns
All right,
into
I
a
like
great big
number
episode of
7.
Races and doing
All right. What?
Well, all right, I was skipping over 6. 6 is create a secret rendezvous. Ooh, this is the chance to channel your inner James Bond and his lovely co-stars. Have your man wear the best suit or tux, wear your favorite dress.
Harry's
Yeah. Yeah, okay, number 7, play hooky. Make arrangements to have 0 obligations and stay in bed all day long together.
Of course.
Number
No.
8, have a wine tasting night for 2. Number 9, turn your bedroom into a romantic getaway. Ooh, the boudoir. And number 10, watch the
The
sunset
boudoir.
together.
Oh, day. Nothing like having your asshole clean while having your asshole clean.
Stop!
You know-
Stop!
These are cute, romantic ideas for the stupid Valentine's Day.
I meant
Okay.
don't do
I
that.
can give you a
All right,
better
here's-
one.
Here's the thing.
Because
See, no,
no.
many men are romantic. Danny is romantic.
Yeah, Danny's
Like,
romantic.
we
but
don't.
let's
I
ask
don't
you-
need Valentine's Day.
If Danny
You know-
didn't have a comedy side or a funny side to him, would he not be the man that he is?
What do you mean? No, he's
Wait a
well.
minute. Ah,
That's me. Okay, so I'm all about comedy. It's funny,
Yeah.
fun with it. But if I wasn't like that, I wouldn't be me.
Listen,
So
if
I
Danny
would-
gave me a piece of lint for Valentine's Day, I'd probably be like, "Oh, that's so beautiful," because he thought of me.
really?
Well,
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
just.
guy.
I just put it out there. That's what I thought of.
He's a
And
Valentine's
Danny,
Day
I
he's gonna get
grown
you.
a bit, Mr. Danny. If he stopped setting this
gonna
goddamn
get you a
bar
piece
so
of
high,
lint.
I wouldn't have to work so hard. All right.
Here's the thing. You know what I like about Danny is he cooks,
Yeah.
and a man
Yeah.
who cooks that's sexy. Now here's
It
the
is
next
sexy.
thing. If a
I
man
might-
And he
can make
thanked
me
you
laugh,
today.
yeah, and if a man can make me laugh, that's sexy.
I think laughing
really
is the
sexy.
best. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey,
But
Helen.
here's the
Anything.
thing. For you,
I'm
Yes,
sexy.
you're
Check
so
it out.
sexy.
Oh,
But with law of attraction, for Valentine's Day, we're talking about finding the love you seek, and the first thing is loving yourself,
That's
and then you
right.
Oh,
can love other
absolutely.
people.
Totally.
So that's really important, and we're going to be talking about that on Valentine's Day, both
Cool.
here on the show and
Mhm.
in the LOA-LI thing. But the
Okay.
thing is if he cooks, if he makes you laugh. But last year for Valentine's Day, I did cook dinner and I did chocolate covered strawberries.
Oh,
That's
I
what I
like
did.
Oh, you know what you should do, Helen? If you
What?
make those, this is what
Yeah.
you do, okay?
Uh-huh.
You get a
Yeah.
needle, you get a syringe,
Put it
and
in the
you
strawberry?
inject.
What?
No, you inject Grand Marnier, the liqueur,
Oh,
into
okay.
those strawberries.
Mm-hmm.
Heaven.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's so
But
good.
Heaven.
overall, I don't mind Valentine's Day. I think it's kind of nice. But I mean, some people go over the top. Some people say they hate it. Heather
Yeah.
Claire Landers said she hates it. I don't mind it, but I used to send when my parents, were alive. I'd get them Valentine's Day
Yeah.
cards and stuff like that. And I receive flowers on Valentine's Day, and I think it's nice.
Nice.
See, flowers to me, they die.
Well, okay.
Die. Like,
but-
he gave me flowers for my birthday, and I love them. It's nice to get flowers every so often, but they
Yeah.
die.
Well, okay, I got nothing on that, but they last for a week.
Ah.
And you enjoy them, and it's
And you
like,
could
oh,
always
aren't they
save
pretty
them
and
too.
everything?
You could always save them and press them if need be.
No, I don't do that. I
Well,
do
some
throw them
people
out
do.
after a week. It's like, okay, time to go,
Yeah.
and
some
Yeah.
people
let
do
it
that.
go. But I think it's a nice little holiday. Do I think people all of a sudden the prices, a dozen red roses
Yeah,
goes
it's
up to
outrageous.
ridiculous prices? Yeah, I don't think that's nice. I think they're capitalizing on a holiday, but it is
Yeah.
what it is. Yeah. I mean, there's already
Or-
candy. There's been Valentine's candy out at the CVS's and the Walgreens,
Yeah.
the Rite Aids, for the past
For-
2 weeks.
I can,
Yeah.
make, I can make a suggestion,
Sure.
which I do every year. Okay.
Mhm.
Get your loved one a reading with me. I do it every year. I do a special for Valentine's Day.
That's a good idea
Just,
too.
just sent
Mhm.
out cards yesterday to my
Mhm.
people. Sure, why
That's
not?
very nice.
People want to know, and sometimes they'll come in together, and I love it because you know what? When they come in together, then you blend their energies. It's nice. It's a nice thought.
I gotta tell you, I really thought Janet was like, "Can I make a suggestion for Valentine's Day?" And we're all like,
I-
"What? Tell me." She's like, "How about you get a reading?" No, nobody wants to hear from their dead relatives on Valentine's
Who
Day. I'm gonna
said
go
they're
to a
dead
hokey pokey for about
relatives?
4 hours in the park. I don't want to hear
No,
no.
it's
no.
look. I don't only do dead people. I do live people, and
Oh,
and I connect them if they're meant to be. If they're not, I never say they aren't. I try to do
You
it with
say,
class.
oops.
No,
Well, what do you now?
no.
Let me ask you something, Janet. Say
yeah.
you're doing a couples reading,
Right.
and you realize, say, not that I want to get into this again.
Right.
Somebody's cheating,
I
or
will
you
never,
realize
ever-
that this
I
couple
will
is not
never.
going to work out. So, what do you do in the middle of a reading then, Janet?
No, what I will do is they all, basically I tell the people it's up to them. We all, we all have our own energy. I will never tell anybody to leave someone. They will find out in the long run.
Okay.
I will never.
All right.
I will never suggest a divorce. I will never suggest anything like that because number one, every person's different, and people do change.
What if somebody in the reading says, a couple says in the reading, is my spouse cheating? What do you do?
I won't go there, ever. It's not for me. It's for them to find out.
Okay.
It's not for me.
All
No,
right.
I'm not a doom and gloomer. Believe me, I try to be positive in every reading. Because I will never. It's just like somebody comes in with a medical issue. I'm not a doctor. I may suggest go to one, but I'm.
Okay.
No, it's not. No. I don't touch that
Okay.
at all.
Well, interestingly, did you guys ever play Monopoly when you were a kid?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this isn't on the same vein, but yet it is. There is a new Monopoly that has come out, and it's called Cheaters Monopoly. Now, it's not about infidelity or anything like that, but you cheat to win the game. And for those of you who say rules are made to be broken, this is what that game is about. In the new version, the players see what they can get away with in order to win the game. There's a set of 15 cheat cards, which encourages players to covertly bend the rules. And I thought that was really interesting because everybody's played Monopoly when they were kids. I don't know how popular this Cheaters version is going to be, but it's called Cheaters Monopoly. So, but
I wouldn't like that because sometimes people will say things and then, and they may not really mean it, and it, you know what they say. Once you say something, it's very hard to unsay it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I was just talking about the game, Cheaters Monopoly.
yeah.
But it's not about infidelity. It's about winning at Monopoly. So just so everybody's clear on that. So I don't want anybody to get upset with me or anything like that. So,
I mean, I'm curious, like what
yeah,
what that means.
you cheat to win instead of, I don't
Instead
know
of
what
being
that means.
honest, you're gonna
But
go
does
around.
that mean
it.
like you take a fistful of 50s from the banker when they're not looking?
Actually, they did away with the bank for this
Did
for
they?
this particular Monopoly, which I really don't get. But I'm very curious to see what it's about. I might buy it just to see what it's all about. It came out by Hasbro, actually, so I thought that would be kind of interesting. Cheaters Monopoly.
That's interesting.
What kind of games did you guys play as a kid? I played
Checkers.
Monopoly, Scrabble.
Checkers.
What else?
Pick up.
Okay, 52 pickup. Do you know I have fallen for that? You want to play 52 pickup? Yeah. Okay, great. Thank
Oh,
you.
God.
Yeah.
Well, you see,
I
I-
love
mine.
Battleship. I love playing that with
Oh,
the
my
kids.
kids used to play that all the time. Yeah.
Battleship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the boys.
What's
yeah.
the game? Is that the game where you take the pegs and you're?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And what I do is, but they're older now, so they caught on to me. I'll
Uh-huh.
take my ship and I'll put them on the outskirts,
Oh.
like all on the outside, or I'll go like all in the middle,
Uh-huh.
but they're on to me.
Now,
Just Christmas. Just Christmas. They sunk all my ships.
Oh,
I
What
used to
was-
always connect my ships in one way or another. So like
Yeah.
there would always be an overlap of some kind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It would go like this way and then that way.
I know.
Yeah,
so
can't do it
Lisa
anymore.
plays the offense, you play the defense. I
when
get
my
it.
kids
Okay.
were
Good.
little, they
What about,
used to be the
have you
pegs.
guys ever played Twister?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who
My
hasn't
kids-
played Twister?
Did you ever play Naked Twister?
Oh my God.
No, that's how babies are made.
You played Naked Twister, huh?
I don't
You
know.
like it, huh?
Helen?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I
Ooh,
love
yeah.
how Helen just responded to that with her coffee cup up to
Yeah,
her
I
face.
saw
You
that.
literally
Yeah,
couldn't see
yeah.
her face move.
Naked
but-
I
Twister.
wouldn't know.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
I'll let
No,
Danny
I just
know. We
heard
should
about
play
it.
Naked Twister.
I just heard about it.
We
Hey,
bet
I'm
you
saying we all
did.
turn
She
cameras off
just heard about it.
on the show.
In my
I believe you were talking about what last week you played Naked
no,
Twister.
not last week. This was 100 years ago, man. I got a bad back, bad shoulder, bad knees. I'd be like, Naked Twister, take me to the hospital. Seriously. No,
Did you play
But-
hopscotch?
I did when I was a
About
not
kid.
hopscotch?
naked, but I
Yeah.
did play hopscotch.
Harry says poker, blackjack, etc.
There you go.
You know what? When
Seriously.
I was a kid, when we didn't have all this great stuff, we used to jump rope, and I'm just thinking about it when you said hopscotch. Nobody jumps rope anymore. It's a
No.
good exercise.
Well, athletes do. But,
Harry
It's a good
says, "How
exercise.
cool! I play Monopoly with a gun."
Oh Jesus!
Who says that?
Harry George.
Oh my God!
God.
Harry George.
Oh, my God.
Harry George didn't like the pizza I had yesterday. Harry
Oh, that
George,
looked
you
good.
missed out. It
That
was
looked yummy.
delicious.
Yeah, that looked yummy. I like
And
pizza.
then Heather
Delicious.
Landis.
that had.
Yay, Naked Twister.
There you go. See, I've got a bunch of crazy people.
Maybe that's what
listening.
I'll do
Okay.
on Valentine's Day. Naked,
Naked
Twister.
Twister. There you
that
go.
sounds
That
about right.
now that's a Valentine's option. There you go.
Lisa,
Well, you know, we
you-
are a
see us
family
doing it on
show,
the
Helen.
show?
I was trying to, next time I'll get a little bit more frisky
can
with
you
my
see us
10
doing it on the
things.
show, and I'll be like this. Lisa, left hand, right. I don't know. Just tell me yes, because I'm not looking.
Listen. I put a bathing suit on a couple of months back when I was here doing the weather, and you were looking everywhere else.
Oh, you embarrassed.
You
me.
couldn't look
Why?
at me
I'll
because he
bet
couldn't
you
look at
look
his little
awesome.
sister.
It's that
or
little
actually,
boy
his
in
older
him.
sister.
That little
He was
boy
very
in him.
respectful.
I'll bet you would look awesome. I haven't said no. There's a couple pictures of you on Facebook in a bathing suit.
Hey, come here.
Roof.
You want to do Naked Twister for Valentine's Day?
You said yeah.
I'm fine with that. What about you?
Yeah,
Are you a little self-conscious?
Tell Danny.
not
yeah,
with you.
Tell Danny. Tell him to say thank you to Helen. Tell him
Wait.
to say thank you. Just saying.
Go ahead, say it to him.
Danny, you should thank me. I talked about the Naked Twister, and now you're going to have a lot of fun on Valentine's
hear her?
Day. Just saying.
She's saying that to thank her for the Naked Twister idea because we're
Thank
gonna have
you.
a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Hey, okay. Yeah, really.
Why
So
are we
we'll
waiting?
know what they're doing.
Why
Why
are
are
we
we
waiting?
waiting?
Procrastination is the killer of time.
That is so true. I like that.
Where do we?
Yeah,
Okay.
say every day.
I am a master procrastinator.
You are?
What did you think I was going to say, Miss Lisa? Where was
I
that
don't know
going?
what way that was going.
I'm looking at your page like, what did you think I was going to say? Mhm.
I have a recall to talk about.
What?
I beg your pardon. Say again.
I have a recall that I need to talk about.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Is it my life?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Toyota is recalling 645,000 vehicles worldwide to fix an electrical problem that could stop airbags from deploying in a
Who
crash.
is? Who? Which one?
The Toyota.
Oh, okay.
good Lord.
I'm getting my new
The
car next
Toyota
week.
recall covers certain Toyota Prius, Lexus RX, and NX SUVs. Also covered are some of the Toyota Alphords, the Velfire, Sonata, Noah, Vioxx, Esquire, Probox, Succeed in the Corolla, Highlander, Levin, and Helix models that were all produced between May of 2015 and March of 2016. The automaker says an opening electrical circuit could occur over time that would set off the airbag warning light and could stop the side and front airbags from deploying. Dealers will be inspecting serial numbers on sensors to replace them if necessary at no cost to the owners. Toyota will notify owners by letters starting in March. So if you have a Toyota of the many models that I noted between May of 2015 and March of 2016, you may be receiving a letter of the 645,000 vehicle recall
That's
for
a lot.
airbags not deploying. Yeah, that's a lot.
Okay.
A lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
It's a
have a
serious-
question, okay? How many of us think that we're going to that little I call him a little rat. He looks like one. Sorry. Tomorrow we'll see his shadow.
The little rat.
He looks like one.
You talk about the groundhog?
Yeah.
I thought it was on the. I thought it was on the first. Okay.
I'm
No, it's
such
tomorrow.
a nerd.
That poor little groundhog is
Yeah.
being picked on.
Yes,
that poor
he
little
is.
thing.
Yeah.
What is it? Puxatawny Phil, where the
Something
guy
like
holds
that.
them
They're
up.
all over. I know they're having
Yeah.
it over here in Holtz.
And the poor
First of
little
all,
thing.
I
is
don't.
probably
Do we
going,
really
"What is
believe?
that?"
Do we believe it?
Well, I don't know.
No.
I don't
no.
know. It's something
It's
to do.
stupid. The whole thing is stupid.
Well, it's a bit of a tradition and it's
Yeah,
kind of
it
fun, but I
is.
always feel sorry for the groundhog going, what the hell am I doing
Yeah,
there?
with those
Holding me
little
up and I
teeth,
got to
those
see if
little
I have to see
chompers.
my shadow. I think it's a little too much pressure for the little guy.
Put me down, you son of a bitch. Put me down.
Yeah, stop. What are you doing? Really? And there's there's Melvern,
Melvern.
Mel.
Let me see. I got it
Melvern
here.
Mel. So there's one here on Long Island
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah,
too.
Malvern Mel. I've got it right here.
Malvern
Yeah, and
Mel.
the other one is over here in Farmingville. They have it.
Okay, you have
oh, there's
lovely
another one?
Lisa who's gonna go outside and feel the atmosphere and let you know if it's gonna be 6 more weeks of winter.
Oh, is that?
Well,
is that
do
all
you
it
know
takes?
we're getting a little snow
Yes,
tonight
we are.
and
Ugh.
maybe a little, so it's like,
I
oh,
hate-
good
I
Lord,
hate winter.
really.
Bullshit.
I jinxed you guys. Last week I said, I think we're done with the snow.
No.
Whoa.
No.
Here we go.
Well, they said
Seriously.
it on the news the other day. We were going to get some, and then I heard maybe Monday to Tuesday too. Oh, please.
Mm-hmm. Well, whatever. I've got my snowblower ready to go.
Oh, good for you. You can come down to Medford and clear out my wall.
Absolutely. I'll take Tom's truck. You got it.
Okay.
I'll be on my way.
That's one thing.
Now-
Did you ever get your car fixed?
Now I'm gonna ask this question because
Me?
Helen just mentioned his name. Okay, because I don't think you've ever mentioned it before on air, but now that you mentioned it, you said you have your snowblower ready. I was gonna say good. So what are you making Tom while he's out there cleaning your
Oh,
driveway?
he's
Because I know
awesome.
good and well you ain't gonna be out there. You're gonna be making him something nice to eat and something warm.
She's a good woman.
I got my snowblower ready. What, you put gas in it? I mean, seriously, don't bullshit me.
Well, okay. Yes, he will be doing it. Yes.
Yeah, see.
Absolutely.
man.
Well, he's a good guy. You know,
Yes.
he does the guy thing.
Lisa telling us that she's got a shovel ready. But shut up.
Go ahead, ask
And you live in
me
Florida.
most of the time who shoveled when I was married.
You did, of course.
Who shoveled?
Most women do.
Me.
Okay.
Most of the time.
But okay. But the
I didn't have the
snowblower-
luxury of
yeah.
a snowblower.
I don't have one either.
I
Well, my
was the
neighbors do,
snowblower.
but I don't.
Well, you want to know something? Because I have a nudgy back, a neck that is a nudgy, well, not a noogie, but a nudgy back where it hurts if I just overextend my back a little bit. And my neck, I have a nudgy neck, which I can
not
throw out
good.
of whack.
Yeah.
I bought a snowblower last year, but I bought a new snowblower last year because the old snowblower, you have to mix the gas with the oil.
Yeah.
And then you have to prime it and you have to, pull,
more work
do the
than it's
choke
worth.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. So I let the snowblower sit for years and years and years. And then I tried to start it up and it didn't work. And I said, I had to actually go repair it to get the engine cleaned out because of the water and the oil. Okay.
Okay.
So I said, this ain't working. So I went to Lowe's and I bought a lithium battery snowblower
Oh.
where all I have to do is charge up the battery. The only problem is it only lasts for 45 minutes. If you're not done, you have to stop and go charge up the battery again. But I live on a corner house and I have to do the front sidewalk, the side sidewalk, and a large driveway. So yeah, that happens. So
Let me see. Chris from Handy Fell says, tell Janet to call me for the snow. She's around the block from me. I have accounts. So there you go, Janet. Call
Ah.
her.
nice.
All
Way to
right.
go,
Thank you,
Chris.
thank you,
Awesome.
thank you.
One of the good guys.
That's one thing that I completely disagree with here.
What?
Is that because I rent, okay, I don't
Mhm.
have to do anything here.
Lucky
So if
guy.
something breaks down, I call the landlord. She fixes
Okay.
literally.
But you have to shovel.
Right. Well, that's what I don't understand because here in Dover, in the city limits, you have to shovel your driveway. Excuse me, not your driveway, your sidewalk.
Yeah.
And
I can get a summons. Yeah.
yeah, I don't agree with that. I mean, if I shovel my sidewalk and I put salt down or whatever, what is that? What is that to say that the guy's not going to trip in the street in front of my house on the curb It's like, how much do I really have to do, and why? Because
Well,
Well, you
they've
know,
done screwed up my driveway.
when you're
Mhm.
when you're a
They're
letter
doing
carrier,
construction on this street,
okay.
and I think the construction company across the street from my house should kind of help the people around
they
them
don't.
because they have better equipment
Hmm.
to move the snow. Look, or just do it this way. You know snow's gonna happen. Let us all park in your business parking lot
Right.
for the night, for the day,
It's a thought.
so that when snow comes down, you guys can drive through the street, clear up
Okay.
our street. Because even though we're in the city limits, we're a secondary street. They don't touch
Mhm.
our street at all.
Mhm.
Especially what confuses me is I'm between two schools.
Oh my.
Mhm.
You think I would be a primary
Yes.
street?
Totally.
Yeah,
But
I would think you would too.
My son
I'm
gets
just-
very upset because everybody around me has snow blowers and they all know about my health issues and they just avoid it. It's sad. It's really
They
sad.
don't help you
Nope.
out.
Nope. Well, I don't really bother with my neighbors. That they're there
Well,
and I'm
shame
there.
on them.
Well,
Shame on them.
that upsets my son big time. And he's like, I can't believe it. But you know what? Life is life is. I don't. He gets more upset than I do. I just big deal.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
Chris Ferrara he says for you to call him and
That's great.
you're around the block, so he will help you out. So way
Thank
to
you,
go,
Chris.
Chris.
It's
That's
appreciated.
that's
Thank
being a
you.
good guy.
Yeah. Well, my
You
son
know?
is still here. so he
Christine,
goes back
Christine
home.
in chat says we are required to shovel for mailmen, UPS
That's
deliverer, and because we are right next to school, we get fined. It's not done by
Well-
if it's not done by 8 a.m.
When
See,
I
this is
was
what
a
I don't
letter
understand. You're
carrier-
gonna have assholes from the city like I have here, who will come knock on my door,
Right.
trudge through the snow to come knock on my door and
Mhm.
say, "Hey, look, man, you really have to shovel. You need to clear up the sidewalk. You need to clear the
Mhm.
curb. You're right by schools." But this is the same damn city that will leave my recycling sitting out there for a month,
Yeah.
won't pick up my trash for 3 or 4
That's
weeks
crazy.
because they can't get their contracts right. I'm sorry, but as soon as you get your life figured out and you get your things together, then you can come talk to me. But until then, until you get your city ran first, don't worry about the snow. It's not going anywhere.
Well, I will tell you, we were told when I was a letter carrier, I don't know, it may have changed. If your mailbox is blocked, do not go there with the truck. And if your driveway is icy, well, then you know what? If you're dumb enough to walk up it, then you're dumb enough to walk up
But
it.
if your mailbox is blocked, how?
Well,
By snow.
by snow.
If,
Let
if
me-
they
let me
can't- if
tell
you
you-
can't get to the mailbox.
Yeah, well, some of the mailboxes are on the street. They call
Mhm.
it rural routes. And the thing is, you would be amazed at how often the guys that drive the snow, the snow trucks to clear it, they clear it right in front of the mailboxes. I'm on a corner like you are, Helen, and believe me,
Mhm.
it's sickening. It's really sickening.
Well, I'm
La-
right around the corner from a school too.
Yeah,
So
they have to clear it.
you know,
then. Yeah.
I do it just to be a good neighbor.
I
Really.
don't go out when it snows and icy. I stay home. I can't waste my.
Well,
Last
your
year,
neighbors
I-
should be helping you out. Shame on them.
Yeah, well, that's
They should
good.
Way to
be.
go, Chris. Yeah. Mhm.
Last year, I was staying at a friend's house. I was house sitting.
Mhm.
It was
Mhm.
like March, and there was like whatever storm that we had, but they were in Manorville,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
my house was in Rocky Point. So the next day, I left Manorville. I mean, it was icy. They got some like a little dusting of snow, but mostly ice and stuff
Mhm,
like that. It took me a long time to get home from Manorville to
Oh,
Rocky
yeah.
Point. It should have only taken 20 minutes, and it took like 45.
Mhm.
So I get to my house, which over there we got way more snow and ice. I couldn't get in the front door.
Oh,
I
my.
couldn't open the screen door because there was so much ice in front of it. So
Wow.
I went up to the hardware store. I got the ice melt, all that stuff.
Mhm.
And I'm chiseling away. I ended up bending the shovel, the metal shovel,
Oh,
ended
my.
up bending. Like it was bad. Like walking was scary because
Yep.
I was like, I'm gonna go down. And I've fallen on black ice before,
Oh,
so
it's
I'm like a
hard.
little old lady when I walk and it's icy. So now I was like, an hour later, I still can't get in the house. Like the ice melt's only doing so much. It's getting like the top layer. So I go to McDonald's and I get like 3 cups of just hot water.
Oh, that was smart.
And, and now I'm waiting. I put more ice melt down. I eventually get in the house. My shovel is bent. I get in the house and everything. And I was supposed to be watching somebody's dog.
Oh,
and
no.
they were going to be coming over. Now I can't even park in the driveway because it's just like
Ice.
inches of ice, like really, really bad.
Mhm.
So I tell my friend when he comes by with his dog, I'm like, listen, I'm like, it's so icy, I can't do anything. It's frozen. Please, please, please be extra careful because I don't want somebody else falling on my property. I decide later that day before he comes over that I'm gonna take the garbage out. Well, who goes down on the ice?
Oh, God.
Me. I hit my head so bad.
Ooh.
It was the scariest thing that I had going on. Like I felt off. I was disoriented. I didn't pass out, but I didn't feel right.
But it had a slight concussion.
For me to go to the doctor, I fight it to like the last second. Um,
Welcome.
I ended up getting a CAT scan and all that stuff. Everything was fine, but it was a mild concussion.
Oh,
And then the following day, I have a picture of it somewhere. I have an indent of my head where I fell.
Jesus.
It was bad. So you have to really, really be careful.
I
Like
agree.
don't mess around with ice.
I
Like,
won't go out in the bad weather no more. Did too
Yeah.
many years of it. I'd rather stay home. It's easier.
yeah.
Mm.
Everybody
Well-
should just move to Florida where it's warm, where it doesn't snow.
Yeah.
No.
Well, we're getting more of it. Yay.
Hurricanes.
Yay.
Well, I want to ask you guys a question, and this is definitely going to be a hot topic issue. But when it comes to inmates, prisoners, and other words that you can use, it looks like the inmates of New York State prisons will soon be given free tablet computers as
saw
part of an
that.
effort to better prepare convicts for life after
saw that.
imprisonment.
Yeah, I saw
What is that noise?
Just a little bit of static.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't
The
hear it.
will have access to educational content, ebooks, and music, and will even allow inmates to file grievances, contact their family and friends. The products won't give inmates access to the internet, which, let me just explain something. If it's going to have content for ebooks and music,
Yeah.
and you can file grievances, it's gonna have connection to the
Yeah,
internet.
Of course,
Okay.
Of course. Totally.
I don't understand how you could try to sell an idea
yeah.
and completely skip the fact of that's the only way it's gonna work.
Do they think they're
Well,
going
maybe
to
they
stay
just
in their,
have access to certain websites.
Yeah, or do you think they're just going to
But that
stay in
means
their
that it's
room?
still connected to the internet.
Of course. Oh, well.
So if there's an internet genius in prison,
Yeah.
they can find out a way to do
course.
that. Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I mean, look at it this way, okay? If they're tablets, if they're devices, Apple devices,
Hmm.
what the fuck did
Yeah.
you just do?
Me? I didn't do a thing.
No, I lost you guys. Sorry. I'm back.
Wow. Okay.
We got
No,
two
I
of
have
you
two
now.
of you now. Wow.
Where did I go?
You're
No,
there.
you're there. You're still fine. Okay. But if,
But we
if
have-
they are
we have
Apple
two. We have
devices,
two.
Apple tablets, Apple
Mhm.
iPads, okay? If my internet service goes down right now, I have a way to go into the settings of my phone and turn on what's called a virtual private network, a VPN, or my phone itself can become a Wi-Fi source, and I can continue the show through my phone, through the Wi-Fi that my phone provides, just connected on my computer. Yeah, so they're not going to have internet. Come on, don't be stupid. But inmates may also be able to access services that would allow them to file a report under the Prison Rape Allegation Act. You also have that they're reporting that inmates who plan to send emails will have to do so during a scheduled time at a controlled kiosk and can only contact people who have been approved by the authorities. Now, the electronic devices won't be paid for by the state of New York, but rather the Corrections Services pays JPay, which is a contract with the New York Department of Corrections and Community Supervision. JPay will reportedly make money if an inmate decides to make a purchase, such as an additional book on the tablet. And this is also how they are going to integrate Skype into contacting family members.
That's crazy.
Or emails. It's going to be like 50 cents an email.
If you can email, you can get online. That's basically. What
Absolutely, you can
of
still get
course,
online,
of
which is, I
course.
think it's like, come on, dude, don't. I don't know. I'm sorry, but if you're
Doesn't
looking,
seem like a very good idea.
No,
It
no,
doesn't.
No.
Yeah.
Me.
but I'm saying that if you're gonna have, look at the current population, millennials, okay, which means millennials know how to do pretty much anything when it comes to electronic devices.
I agree. And boomers do not.
Right. So when it comes down to it, you're pretty much you're going to have a VPN pop up, a virtual private network pop up, or somebody's
Mhm.
going to figure out how to turn the Wi-Fi on their device
Of course.
and
Oh,
hustle
wow.
somebody else to use it.
And share it or however they're going to do it.
Share
Yeah,
it
yeah,
or only
yeah, of
create a
course.
certain password so that them and their buddies can get on.
Exactly.
So the person that's providing the VPN from their device. Good morning, Rob Pantone. Hello. So the person that is distributing the Wi-Fi from their device cannot use it at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
But
that's definitely
you're
ways.
telling me that you're going to create this password and hustle people for a better Wi-Fi.
Bad idea.
I think so.
Bad idea.
Now,
Yeah.
I think
Mhm.
I think the controlled kiosk is a great idea. So you have your time where you can make phone calls to family members and things like that, which also turns into a problem because it's called slot time. And
Mm-hmm.
in Rikers Island, they have 3 phones. One's the Bloods, one's the Crips, and one's a neutral phone.
Oh God. Oh,
So you have to
God.
sit there and you can't really have a private conversation in
No.
email when people are reading over your shoulder.
Yeah.
You might as well just stick to the pen and paper.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
It becomes
Okay.
more of an issue and a security concern because
Mm-hmm.
if you can download, if I can find a VPN, or if I can create a VPN so that my buddies can use the Wi-Fi.
Oh God. Yeah.
Heather
Would
Claire
be-
Lander says, Jace, that prisoner email is effective in the UK.
Really?
That's very interesting.
How's it going?
That is interesting.
How's it
Wow.
going?
Okay. I don't think it's a great idea.
don't either.
But
I
here's
really
something-
don't.
Here's something really scary. Okay.
Mhm.
Do you know what I can find on my phone?
Don't do this. You make me nervous when you do this because you already showed me that you can go into my Facebook account and change what I just said and stuff like that. That already makes
from
me
the other
nervous.
day,
There-
yeah.
So,
there are applications where you can listen to police scanners.
Oh yes.
Okay.
That's been
Yeah.
Now,
fabulous.
as harmless as that sounds, and
mhm.
as scrambled as some of these signals may be,
Yeah.
imagine you have somebody like me who knows how to distribute a VPN, create a VPN, turn my device into a Wi-Fi providing device, have 3 or 4 of my buddies figure out where to go to download these apps, these descramblers, and we'll be able to listen to the corrections staff's radio.
Oh yeah.
I
it would-
gotta.
They can do it now.
Man,
They can do it.
this
And it
just
would-
scares the crap out of me.
You could hear
It
the
really
fire,
does.
the fire calls. You could hear anything really, you know. But certain ones should be private. I mean, you know, especially if they're surveying someone and they're watching someone for something. I mean, that's so wrong. Anybody could tune in
Yeah.
and say, "Oh yeah, well, are they on my block? Let's see." You know, scary.
I
It's
don't like
just
that at all.
I don't know. I don't like the idea of having somebody who's capable of the exact same things that I'm capable of, not being in prison.
Yeah.
It-
Oh yeah.
They have their fingertips as well.
Oh yeah. Of course.
Oh no,
It just doesn't seem like a great idea to me.
no. No. I'm agreeing with you there. I really don't have any conflict with you with that.
Yeah.
None whatsoever. Yeah. All right. I'm going to tell you something. Changing the story a little bit. A driver ran his $150,000 car into a New Jersey home and fled the scene. The car is or was a white Audi RS8, and the guy fled the scene, and the police caught the driver, and charges are pending. Question: why do you buy a $150,000 car? Number one, that's a house someplace.
Oh God. Yes.
And also, why was he running? So
Yeah.
the house is okay. The wall is ruined, but the structure is fine. But 100, if you had the money,
That's sick.
and I'm really serious about this, $150,000 for a car. Somebody explain, because I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. I'm
Sounds
just
like
not.
he had a manic episode to me. Anybody? would buy
Okay.
that. I mean, is that normal? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Unless he borrowed the car from somebody he was angry at, and then. But even so, that's not normal. It's far from normal.
I'm thinking, but why would he run? Why would he run?
Because
I
maybe
think
it wasn't his car.
I was trying to figure out. Yeah, it wasn't. He stole the car. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jace?
Probably.
I think that's exactly why he ran.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow. But
Either
could you?
either that, or he just wanted to go to a local prison and get a free tablet.
There you.
I'm sorry.
That was good. That was good.
That was a good one.
I'm just
High
thinking
five,
$150,000 on a
a
car.
lot.
I'm
Yeah, well,
just I'm
people
just
do
not there. I'm just not
At least
there.
it's
No matter
cold.
what. Lisa, are you cold in Florida
I'm-
there, dear?
Freezing.
You
I'm
are.
freezing.
Try
It's
being
40
here.
degrees here, Lisa.
Yeah, it's in the 40s here. What is it there? 60s?
62.
Oh, I'm
So
freezing.
cold, really?
It's so cold. What's the temperature, Lisa? 84.
Oh.
Bitch.
It's gonna be warmer today, but it's cold in here, and this
Well,
room stays
you're not
cold for
over
whatever the
being-
reason.
You're not over being ill yet either. You're still lingering a little
I'm-
bit.
yeah.
So,
I
you know,
am.
That takes
It's like
time.
it's actually bullshit.
Well,
What's
Hey,
bullshit?
I have a quick question for you guys.
Still having a cold.
This is
Oh.
something that we discussed the other day.
It's 48
Tonight.
degrees.
48 degrees. So 8 degrees hotter there than it is here. So shut up. I love you. Hey, we were discussing yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, could have been the day before, where the insurance, that the Obamacare insurance that you had to purchase and things like that, and how it's being repealed. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And
We're
And
going to
No,
go
no, no,
into
no.
it till 2019. Yes. Sorry.
well, we were discussing how I had joked and I had made a comment about how I think that anybody who purchased it before, since it's no longer a law, should get that money back.
yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
This story was actually shared with me by Marie. So thank you, Marie, for sharing this with me,
Brooklyn
because I
Bagel
definitely
Marie?
want to talk about the. Huh?
Brooklyn
Okay.
Bagel Marie?
Yes, Brooklyn Bagel Marie.
Cool.
San Francisco is to start dismissing thousands of marijuana convictions because prosecutors in San Francisco will throw out thousands of marijuana-related convictions of residents dating back to 1975.
Wow.
District Attorney George Gascon said Wednesday that his office will dismiss and seal 3,038 misdemeanor convictions dating back before the state's legalization of marijuana went into effect, with no action necessary for those who were convicted. Excuse me.
What's your point?
Well, what's my point? That prosecutors are also reviewing up to 4,940 felony convictions and considering reducing them to misdemeanors. Petitioning to have the records expunged has been in place, but it can also be costly,
Sure.
requiring legal help and things like that. But he says only 23 petitioners were filed this past year in the city because they changed the legalization laws of marijuana.
What's your point?
Well, my
I'm not
is
getting your
that-
point.
The point is that if they can change the legalization laws and even consider the fact that it's no longer criminalized, changing these
Yeah.
people's criminal records to reflect that it doesn't exist anymore because of marijuana possession or whatever, having a joint back in the 60s or 70s, which would have gotten you arrested and thrown in jail or a fine. This can now be removed from your record.
So
or
will they get their money back for their fines? I doubt it.
I don't see that they have, but I do see that it looks. I mean, totaling the 4,000 felony convictions that they're considering reducing to misdemeanors and the 3,000 misdemeanor convictions that they are considering expunging. Almost
What-
10,000 cases that they're.
But you were talking about insurance, and now we're talking about marijuana and people
was
getting
saying-
their.
I was saying that if you didn't have it then, you were charged a fine, okay,
Yeah.
because you didn't have it. But I was
Yeah.
saying, so if it's no longer going to be a law, should we get our money back? But in the same concept where since it's no longer criminalized, they are expunging it off of people's records and
Yeah.
clearing people's names. I was letting you know that it looks like San Francisco is kind of changing, changing and retroactively fixing what is no longer criminalized.
Okay, I understand that. We're talking about marijuana convictions, and then we're talking about health insurance. Where do they meet? I mean, what are you trying to pull in?
Pulling back the law.
Okay,
So even though I know we're never going to get our money back, I'm just I was talking about it the other day how
yeah,
since it's no longer going to be a law, if it's going to reflect that we had to do whatever, and maybe we'll get that back in refunds one day.
I doubt
Never
But
happened.
I doubt
it will never happen. I know that.
They'll
But
No,
just-
you want to know
just
why?
white it
Because
out.
when
They'll
you
white it out.
when it happened, when you were paying the penalty for not having health insurance, that was in whatever year it was, and that's when it was applicable.
Yeah.
In the future, why would they give you back money then, like in the future, for something you had to pay for in the past? That was then, this is now.
Plus interest and
I
all
think-
that good stuff. Nah, ain't gonna happen.
And I also think for the marijuana convictions, yeah, I think that's a good idea. Clear up somebody's record, expunge
Yeah.
it, get rid of it. I don't think that's a bad thing, but you're comparing apples to pears. They're still fruit, but they're
Well-
still very different.
you see, like, here's a scenario. If the speed limit is 55, okay, and years later they change it to 65, those who got
Yeah.
a ticket should be refunded, or better yet, at the speed
never
limit is
gonna happen.
55 and they drop it down to 45, should everybody get a ticket that rode 55 now that would, have to be able
No.
to figure that out?
No.
Sometimes you go through the towns like out in East Hampton. It'll be 55 and then all of a sudden it's 25. And there's always a policeman sitting there waiting for that person that didn't see that 25 sign.
Yeah, it
Happens.
doesn't,
It's almost
doesn't
like
make
a setup.
sense.
Yeah. No, it doesn't.
But
Sadly.
I'm not quite getting that. But
Okay.
I mean, I am getting it. No, I am getting it. But it's just, for me, it's just two very different scenarios. That type of thing.
The county owes-
Christine in chat wrote, Jace, you're not getting your fine back for not having health insurance.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I
You
know.
were illegal then when the law was in place. People in prison aren't getting back the last 5 years of their lives.
That's very true. Yeah. Yep.
And she
Oh,
also
that's
goes
true,
on to
too.
say, Jason, when I come on, I will explain why those marijuana charges are being dismissed.
It's
Look,
funny.
here's the thing. I'm not even going to lie. I haven't, I'm sorry, Gina said that.
Yeah.
Had a real job in like 4 or 5 years since that was even an issue. So I don't, I was just trying to use it as an example that everybody
No,
else
I understand.
because I don't, I also don't smoke pot either. For those of you who may have
I've never
misunderstood
done
that statement.
Oh, yeah,
never
all
done
of us. Well, I don't. I know I
Never-
don't.
never,
So
ever.
really,
Don't
I
even
have
a
another
cigarette.
quick question for you. When it
Sure.
comes to monitoring employees, do you think that there is a line you don't cross?
What are they doing?
Yes.
What kind of employees?
yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Depends on what you're. Okay.
Amazon has patented a wristband that can start tracking workers' movements.
Interesting.
Now, it will be a vibrating wristband, and it will monitor a worker's hand movements and reduce time wasted searching
Oh,
for the
that's
correct inventory bin in these
crazy.
distribution centers. They've patented this design for a wristband that would track where the workers put their hands in relation to inventory bins and actually give them what's called haptic feedback.
Get
so-
a robot. The hell with that.
Well,
I mean,
yeah, if you
that's
get a
insane.
robot, people no longer have jobs.
No, I understand
this-
that, but that's crazy.
This feedback would signal if they have the right bin to retrieve an item or not. And it's also it's being marketed as an ultrasonic bracelet. It's supposed to be time and labor saving device, which would work by periodically emitting ultrasonic sound pulses to a receiver, tracking which bin a worker is reaching and monitoring how effectively they fulfill orders.
It's crazy.
Big Brother is watching.
Oh, big time. Big time, big time, big time.
I don't know. I think
Makes no
that
sense.
crosses the line just a bit. when
Well,
it comes
the
to-
employee has
Hi,
an
Christy.
option to work there or not work
well,
there
that's true.
based
Yeah,
on
I
that.
understand
yeah,
that.
Yeah, but that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
I
crazy.
completely.
So if they end up talking to somebody, having a quick conversation, they're going to be logged in as wasting time,
Yeah.
or maybe going to the restroom. That's logged in
Well-
as wasting time.
Uh-huh.
I don't know
Mm.
if you guys are aware, but since I left the police department, good Lord, since I left the post office, they time the letter carriers. If they're standing too long, like say they're delivering the mail and say, somebody's chatting with them, they
Uh-huh.
will literally, that they have these timers on them that they actually, like you say, Big Brother's watching. And that's not the easiest job, believe me. Did it for many years.
I can imagine it's not.
But the
Yeah.
thing is, they're timing. What if the guy's got to go to the bathroom or the lady's got to go to the bathroom or something? I mean,
How are they timing you? In what way? You're on your
because
truck with GPS? What?
No, they're GPSing you. I guess whatever you're doing is. I couldn't believe that when I heard that. That really bothered me. In other words, they want to make sure that everybody's doing their job. That's crazy. You know, it's hard enough to work that job in all kinds of weather, and now they're
Wow.
timing them. I was shocked when the mailman told me that. I was shocked.
Why? So, because Amazon is so time oriented,
Right.
this is probably why they're doing it. But at the same point, I think it's a very uncomfortable feeling because people that's going to raise some anxiety. Well, I better do this. I better do that. I better get this done. I better get that done.
I can't be sick. I can't.
Yeah.
Can't go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
See, when I used to work for a Starbucks call center, one of the things that they wanted us to do was we had to change the code on the phone to indicate we're in the bathroom, and you're only like allowed 7 minutes a day.
Yeah.
No, that's not going to happen.
That's insane.
I'm sorry.
No, I disagree with
have to
that.
unfold mine, unroll it, and it's like a fire hose. I have to roll it back up when I'm done, put it back in my pocket, tie it around my ankle. Hey, look at Lisa. Oh my
dreamer.
God.
What?
Look at Lisa's face. Like, what? Okay. We got you.
You're not going to tell me how long I could take in the bathroom.
Were you wondering if I was paying attention? Because I was.
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
I was right for
Okay. She was, all right, good.
I don't like the idea of saying this is a time-consumed business.
Yeah.
You're only allowed to do this a certain amount of time. Well, I can't have my phone in here, so you know I'm not wasting time. I'm not counting the tiles on the bathroom floor. I'm trying to use the bathroom. Okay.
Sure, they're going to be next. They're going to be.
Wasn't there
how much you
a story back about maybe 5 months ago where there was a company that was going to put some kind of chip in people's skin so that when they went to buy something, they just skim their arm over or their wrist over the what's it called, the scanner and stuff like that. And yeah. No, there was a story. There was a story about it that some people liked it and some people didn't. Google, see if you can Google that, Jace. That chip inserted in people's skin.
Alex Jones. Yeah. Okay.
Well,
okay.
Yeah.
And that's kind of scary too, because eventually, I think we're all going to have a chip with all our personal information in there. So when we go to the doctor or when something happens to us,
Gina remembers that.
Okay, good.
I never heard of it.
Oh yeah, I
just get your wrist scan. This was about I think 5 months ago. I'm not really sure, but there was a bit of an uproar about it because again, you're walking around this chip. They'll know where you are all the time.
Control. Total control.
What?
It's talking about total control, controlling people. They know where they are. They know what they're doing. It's sad.
Well, when you go into the city, New York City, there's so many cameras that I remember the commissioner saying there are cameras all over that are watching, say, Times Square, 42nd Street, down near the Freedom Tower. That there's cameras all over the place just watching people. And I remember hearing a news story maybe a month or so, 2 months ago. Oh, no, it had to be maybe around New Year's Eve, where they actually are having cameras with facial recognition.
Oh, yeah.
That if you're on some kind of watch list and we see you on camera, they're going to zoom in on your face and say, watch this guy, watch that guy, watch that, watch
Gina
that guy.
Gina saying in chat it would have your health records on it.
Yeah. But then where does it stop?
It doesn't.
Where does it stop? I'm sure it would have your social security number there too. And it's very interesting. I think eventually that's going to happen where we're all going to have little chips in us. So when you go to a hospital.
Big Brother's always watching.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
Where were you?
Working.
Pooping. Mind your business.
No, I wasn't. I was right here. I was working.
Was there. He was doing
I'm working.
Yeah.
He was pooping.
No, he wasn't. I was watching him. He was sitting in there.
He only gets 7 minutes while he's on air to poop.
I'm working.
He didn't take any time.
I had to do some reporting, broadcasting.
Army
things, sir. You ever see that movie, Stripes?
No.
Oh, the hell with all of you.
The
So
hell
So a
with all
part of
the-
it. That's
okay.
with Bill Murray, right?
yes,
Oh,
Army things.
do you
sir.
know I met him? Oh my God!
Nobody
you know,
cares.
Yes, yes. You
Do
know,
you meet his aunt too?
No,
Listen,
no,
yeah,
no,
she met
out
Bill.
east.
Yeah, she met Bill Murray's Gardner's cousin's
No, I
grandmother's
met
sister.
him last year.
Did you?
Yes.
Let
Did
me.
he live on Long
And I
Island?
bet you said to him,
Yes.
"Can I give you a reading?" And he
No,
told
you
no.
know what
Does he know?
amazed me? He was a
What?
very nice man, but sad to say, he looks very, very old. I was shocked.
That's probably why he thought you were like his own age.
Janet's
and
like,
shit.
I met Bill Murray. I'm like, does he know?
He's in his 60s now, right?
Yeah,
No, I'm
but
kidding.
you know,
He always looked old. He's got that face look.
he's got
you know?
that. Yeah.
Right.
But I
Yeah.
was shocked. But you know, he's a fun guy. And
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah,
Let
he
him
was
out of
Saturday.
here.
He did Saturday Night Live and all that crap.
Yeah,
So
yeah, but
good.
very surprised.
I want to talk about somebody's 15 minutes of fame.
Oh, cool.
15 minutes of fame.
Mother?
Oh, I'm not touching that. Adult star Stormy Daniels was being very coy on Jimmy Kimmel about her alleged affair with President Trump in 2006. She was paid off in hush money, approximately $130,000.
She denied it. She denied it.
Yeah. And so now that she's talking somewhat, I have a question. If she was given hush money and she's being kind of coy, alleging to it, but not really, but maybe it happened, but it didn't really, but maybe it did, does she have to give that money back? If it's hush money, does she have to give that back?
So
keep
you're
it
going to want to.
quiet. 'Cause it's not-
You really,
Like,
are they really going to report?
having it.
Let me ask you a question. If you gave somebody
What?
hush money, if you gave me hush money, would you want me to come out and say, that you're asking for it back if you're denying that it ever happened?
Yeah,
Ooh,
there's
good
guilt right
point.
there. There's
That
guilt
was
Very
right
good
there.
an
point.
interesting concept, Eric.
You know what I'm
but
saying?
okay, Eric, explain what, and no smart ass comments right now. What's a gag order?
Sorry. It's like,
I knew it was
get
coming.
down on your knees, bitch.
I knew that was coming. I just
When you wrap your balls around it.
We weren't
I
thinking
knew
that
it.
kind of
I knew.
gag.
Did
Okay,
you miss
so
me?
what's-
Did you miss
Yes,
me? Lisa misses
Look,
me
we
the
made her
most. Nobody
cry.
misses.
Of course
Lisa
she
misses
does.
me. Lisa misses me.
Yes, of
Ding!
course
There's
she
the
does.
orbit
So-
smile. Ding!
So a
Yeah.
gag
A
order.
gag order is
is
by a judge when a judge says you can't
Yeah.
speak about this, and if you do, I'm going to hold you in contempt of court.
Okay, so it wasn't a gag order; it was just hush money. So, like you said,
Right.
she can allude to this, but not really. But yes, but okay, but yes, and going.
Well,
It's like,
no, she
really?
went on Jimmy Kimmel, and if you actually listen to what she said, she totally 100% she denied it. Okay, and then there was a question with regards to a letter or a statement that she had written, and she denied it. He showed her a signature,
And she said it wasn't her signature.
and she
yeah.
says, "Boy, doesn't that look like my signature?" Now, listen, let me tell you something. There are enough people out there right now. I'm sure there are people out right that could copy anybody's signature. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do I really?
Sure.
Here's the bottom line: what does President Trump having an affair with a porn star have to do with the running of this country?
Well, I
because
think
she
you have
just
a
had
very
the
good
baby.
point, and I think that's true.
She just
I
had
think
it.
it's really
Right.
true. The only thing that bothers me, and I don't want to get into this political thing again, is he points out everybody else's infidelities, but he said, "Oh no, not me." He had an affair with Marla Maples while he was with Ivanka, but everybody seems to forget that. But okay,
Yeah. Well, the bottom line is he's human. Okay, it's like
Yeah.
He didn't do it during
the mayor.
office.
Did you hear the story this morning about the
He's
mayor? I
ugly.
believe it was. I want to say Nashville. I should have pulled the story, but the female mayor of Nashville actually had an affair with her security or her head of her security, and she came out this. She's on the news this morning. It came out this morning that she was. She said, I made a mistake. I'm human. I hope it will not affect the way that I've been running the town, the county, whatever it is
Still
that she
with it?
does. Yeah, and she stayed with it. So, the bottom line, look, let me tell you something. Kennedy had affairs with Marilyn Monroe and a lot of women. Robert Kennedy had affairs.
Yes.
Okay. Johnson had a mistress. All right.
They all do.
Nixon was a homo. I mean, it was, whatever. It's these. You got to understand something. We expect the man in the White House to be presidential and to be all godly. They're not. Okay.
Far from it.
Even look at the situation. I mean, how can I say it? I mean, the problem is there's an addiction to sex. There's an addiction to infidelity in this country. Not only in this country, but across in the world. We look at the problems that the Catholic Church is having right now with the acts that the priests are having.
Yeah.
So what do? We condemn all these people. If you got rid of everybody in the government that was having an affair or had sexual
You'd have no
perversion,
government.
you bottom line, the only person that would be
Okay.
you'd have
Okay.
the 53rd person in line to be the president would be the one to step up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, here's a question for you though. People in what professions do we hold to a higher standard? Now, we're all human.
Question.
I agree with you 100%. People, we all make mistakes. Absolutely. But who do we hold to a higher standard in order to respect those people and trust those people?
I would say, I'll tell
Who?
you, my opinion, my pastor of my church.
Mhm.
All right, if I'm going to
Okay.
look to him as my spiritual leader, and you would hope that he would, be like that.
Mhm.
And I'm trying to think of who else. I mean, I can't say there might be.
I expect.
I mean, if I have a teacher, let's say, if I had a teacher that I really looked up
Mhm.
to,
Yeah.
unless it was Mrs. Houghton in seventh grade Spanish class, because boy, that woman had a set of knockers that would knock you off your chair. I would have done her in a split. I would have ola'd her. I would have ola'd
Okay,
her.
so you're saying teachers.
I would have ola'd her amigo in a split second. But anyway.
So we're saying religious
Well,
leaders,
well,
teachers.
let
What
me
about
ask-
police officers?
Yes.
What about
What-
medical? What about doctors?
Depends. Where's he touching me? If he's doing it rectal and it takes more than 30 seconds, I have an issue with that. I had a doctor one time stick a Samoy.
Okay.
I had a doctor one time.
So-
I had a
Because he's
doctor one
trying
time.
to find your keys,
I
Eric.
had a doctor one time stick a Samoydoscope up my ass, right? And he's talking to me. He's a Chinese guy, and he's trying to have a conversation with me as he's sticking
my
this thing up my
God.
ass, and he's taking a look. And he's trying to talk to me, and I said, listen, I have no problem with you doing your test, but if you would take that thing out of my ass, it would probably be a lot easier. When he took it out of my ass, he said, how do you feel? I go, how you feel? I looked at him, I said, usually I get dinner first, but I think I love you. That's a true.
Okay.
That's a true story. Where'd you go, Lisa?
Oh my God! What
Lisa,
did
where'd
he
Lisa
say?
go? She couldn't take
Lisa's
it.
going,
Yeah.
No,
She
seriously.
couldn't
But
Probably go
we,
for more
we do hold these people up to a higher standard.
We do, but the president. Let me just say this: the president of the United States.
Especially the president.
But look at it. Look at it now. Look at it. You check the news. Here's a research thing for you, journalist Helen. There. All right. Check the news and check. You do a research story and determine. You got senators, congressmen,
everybody.
everybody,
I know.
all these government
Scary.
officials that are being accused of
Yeah.
sexual harassment, of having affairs, mayors stepping down, county officials stepping down. All right, so what do we expect? What do we expect? I mean, everybody praises Kennedy, but back in the day, gosh, you knew damn well back then. With the Marilyn Monroe and all that other shit. I mean, you know what it is?
Right.
I think a lot of first off, you got to be crazy to be a politician. That's number one. You're putting yourself out there. And as far as I'm concerned, with Trump right now, here's the problem I have with the situation with his marriage. I don't believe he has a good marriage.
No,
I believe it's a photo shoot marriage. All right, and I think that she. Okay, I think
Got a
at thi-
boyfriend already.
I think at this point she is hurting the country. Okay, because the country looks up to the first lady. All right, they always
Yeah.
did. They always did. They look up, and she's not a first lady as far as
No,
I'm. She's not. She's not a quality first lady. She's not doing anything that I see that has any respect as the first lady of the United States of America. But anyway, making a long story short, with what you're saying, do I agree with it? Do I think he should be doing it? Let's put it this way: if he was blowing somebody or getting blown in the Oval Office, that already happened. I might have an issue with that. Okay, because that's totally disrespecting not only a young girl, okay, taking advantage of a young girl, all right, Monica Lewinsky, and you could say whatever you want about Monica Lewinsky being a whore and taking, but let me tell you something. Nobody just walks into the Oval Office. They're invited in. Okay, so
Okay.
So
Yeah.
so the bottom line is, do I care at this? No. You know what I care about? I care about what he's going to do with regards to the issues that are happening in this country and how. I don't think it's possible for the president, for Trump, to turn it around right now to make people like him. It's not going to happen. It's going to be, if not 4, possibly 8 years
He's his own worst
of
enemy.
nonsense going. What?
He's his own worst enemy.
He is. Well, he's his own worst enemy. But again, he's got Mike. How you doing? Parting thoughts.
Oh, Mike's here. I didn't see
Anyway,
him walk in.
all right. Just for parting thoughts. But anyway, seriously. So no, in answer to your question, do I respect him? Do I respect him for doing something like that? But again. He wasn't president of the United States when he did it, and he didn't do it in the Lincoln bedroom.
How did
Okay.
you know?
Okay.
So he cheated on his.
Okay.
Okay, so he cheated on his wife. Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
did everybody else in the freaking planet, out there in the government and everything like that. So what do we do? Are you gonna judge? Let me ask you a question. Are you gonna judge the man because of an infidelity act that happened before he was president of the United States, or are you going to
No.
judge him
That's
for?
why they need lie detectors.
Or are you-
before
Do
he
you
goes
judge
to
me?
college.
I'm a cheater.
Wait.
No,
Lie
I
detector
don't.
test for what?
to see
Who?
if they're speaking
Me?
honestly when they no.
Janet, let me ask you a question. Can you look at someone when they're talking to you and tell if they're lying to you?
Sure.
There you go. Do you need a lie detector to do that?
No, but many people do.
Yeah. I don't know. Lisa, what was your question? You said
I'm considered a cheater.
I know, and I you know, I think it's sexy and it's turning me on, baby. It's really,
Oh, Jesus.
picture you there,
Well, I was talking
olive oil
about
all
just
over your body
her
and,
15 minutes of fame anyway.
Yeah, well,
and
Stormy,
To get back to that story.
Stormy,
to get back to that storm.
Sure.
That
Stormy. Get back to that Stormy,
Stormy.
Heather. Get back. Did you guys miss me? Come on. You missed me, didn't you?
My name's Helen, by
Yeah,
the way.
her
I
name's
know.
Helen, not
Heather.
Stormy weather. Go ahead.
But here's the thing.
Did I call you Helen, Heather
Kimmel,
again?
Yes, you did.
God,
but
where's my mind this morning?
Kimmel
I can't
addressed
believe this.
critics because
I
he
hate
was
when people
he
interrupt.
was
People keep talking and just it's annoying.
criticized that
Keep
he shouldn't have
talking and
had
people
Stormy
you never know when to stop talking.
on his show.
People keep just
and
talking,
also,
and we see how long it's going to take before up she stops. See that? I won.
and
Sorry.
he addressed that he had
He undressed
Monica
who?
Lewinsky on the show.
Who did he undress?
He had
Jimmy
Monica
Kimmel undressed Monica
did, yeah.
Lewinsky on his show?
Jimmy
I give
Kimmel
up.
did?
God, I'm sorry. I'll let you talk. This is a serious story. I want everybody to be quiet. We have to give Helen respect. She's a reporter and she's a broadcaster here on the Cop and Crew, and she deserves the respect of that. So I want everybody to be quiet right now. Helen's got a story. Go ahead, Helen.
Blah.
Was that the beginning, the
Thank you
middle, or
very
the
much.
end?
Go ahead, Helen. What do you want to say? Go ahead. The microphone is yours. I won't say another word.
God.
Not another word you're going to hear out of this mouth. It ain't going to happen. No matter what
You're
you say.
so beautiful, Helen.
Go ahead, Ellen. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ellen. What do you want to say? Go ahead. So Jimmy Kimmel undressed Monica Lewinsky on his show. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm
ahead.
done with you.
No,
I'm
please.
done.
This is now you're leaving me hanging.
Give us the details.
Listen, I'm like the point of climax, and
That's
it's like
funny because Monica Lewinsky did the same.
yeah,
At the same point.
yeah. Monica said the same thing in the Oval Office. All right, I'm done.
Oh, God. Okay.
I wonder if when he was
I
holding
have
her,
a nice story.
I wonder if when he
have
was,
a nice story.
I wonder if
so
when he was
you
holding
need to be quiet.
I
for
wonder
this
if when he was
story.
holding Monica's head, he was going, Hillary, Hillary, Hillary. He probably is not used to somebody being nice to him.
Stop.
How about those Mets? Anyway,
How about those Mets?
go ahead.
Now,
Shut up, Lisa.
all right, this is a nice story.
Go ahead.
NYPD officers and K-9 teams graduated from the explosive detection program, and there are now 11 more K-9 cops. This was a 12-week intensive program, and they're going to be helping catching the bad guys. But the cool thing is these dogs was these dogs were named.
These
I know.
dogs. These dogs.
These canines
Worthy mother.
were named after fallen police officers or soldiers. That was a
That's
nice.
nice.
That's a nice story.
Very nice
So
story.
way to go, puppies.
Yep.
Very cool. So just thought I'd share that. That is a nice story.
It is.
I could give you a bummer story. Here's a bummer story. I'm going to
Take
give
it in
you
the
a bummer
bum.
story.
Hey,
This
say we're
really
taking it
stinks.
into the bum.
my
Go ahead. Give me a bum.
Okay,
Go
the
ahead.
bummer story.
Go ahead.
A man from Sydney, New York, a lottery winner,
It's very
he
sad.
dies just weeks after winning a $1 million scratch-off ticket.
That was sad.
Oh, yeah, I heard about
Yeah,
that.
that was sad. And Donald Sebastino, 51, a self-employed carpenter, could not afford to go to a doctor previously. And when he did, because he won the money, he learned he had stage 4 lung cancer and brain cancer.
Jesus.
And
Very sad.
in his obit, it says he always tried to reach out and help those who he could by teaching them the right way to do things. Bummer story. God
Very
bless you,
sad.
buddy.
Yep.
What
Bummer
happens to the
story.
money if you die
Yep.
like that?
Yeah.
Does it go to your kin? I don't. What
No,
happens?
he already got the check, so apparently his parents or
Oh,
whoever
okay.
is still
All
there.
right, cool.
So
All right.
sad story. Yes,
Very
he
sad.
died, Gina. Yeah, he died a few weeks after getting winning the
Sad.
money.
3 weeks.
So.
he said.
Hey, I'm ending this on a happy note. I'm so sorry. Let me see what else.
It's always good to have
There's-
a happy ending.
Well,
And now it's time for Helen's happy ending.
God, you can't win today, Helen.
You know,
Yeah, Jake.
let's talk about a
really
happy
quick before
ending.
really quick before you do that.
What?
Wow. Really quick before you do that, I the
Jake,
story that
He's
Helen-
hesitating. Is it happy ending or is
I'm
it
so
not?
confused right now.
What, Jake?
Really quick before you say that, I don't even know if you noticed or not, but that's song lyrics.
Which song?
You won the lottery, and I
died the next day.
Oh yeah, right about
Yeah.
that. How about that?
That's a
Alanis
good song.
Morissette, ironic.
Yep.
First,
Isn't it ironic?
and
In the event of-
excuse me for if anybody thinks that was ill will, but that's just
Oh,
what I do. I'm that kind of person. I use lyrics to remember everything.
That would be me, though.
I think that's a great song,
That would-
actually. And isn't it ironic? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That would be
it
me,
is.
though, on an airplane. Go, in the event of a crash, bend over, kiss your ass goodbye.
Now,
Mhm.
lovable rooster
Oh,
Little cock.
eats his little. You know what? I'm not even going to touch that for you. I'm going
Wow,
let
you're
it
not going
go
to touch my
for
cock?
you.
Wow. She's
And I'm
not
not going
touching.
to say anything.
It's, you heard it
for
here.
you
Helen's not touching
about
any
that
cock.
same.
All right, she's not touching the cock.
Cock
All right,
wang.
go ahead, Helen.
All right, a lovable rooster greets his human at the best bus stop every day. This little
Aw.
girl, the rooster
best
greets
bus stop?
greets her every day, and the rooster's name is Frog.
Aw,
And the
Froggy
frog has a
Rooster.
Facebook following of, wait for it, 85,000.
Oh my God.
Well, there's nothing wrong
I
with the.
thought I had a frog in my
85,000.
throat.
There's nothing wrong with a little cock in the morning. The cock comes to the
I
bus
can't
stop.
get
What's
10.
that? What's that? Cop in the morning. Cop.
Cop.
What cop?
No, it's a rooster. That's what they call. Don't they call roosters cock? You guys are all perverted. You,
How about
you guys
those
are all.
cats?
You guys are all
That was
perverts.
I was gonna buy one in the store yesterday. I
What
went
a-
to Hobby Lobby.
What a
A
rooster?
rooster?
Or a cock.
Yeah, I think everybody should have one of those in their kitchen.
A cock or a rooster? Wow.
Cock.
You had one in the kitchen the other day,
She
Danny,
loves
and he
that
cooked you
bacon,
food.
doesn't she?
Oh yeah, it's that bacon that's making her think that way.
So the story is, as you
Anybody
can.
else
So,
realize it's 10 after 10?
yeah, it's after Facebook.
yeah.
Well,
Oh.
we're gonna end it right now. Facebook right now.
Okay.
All the people out there on Facebook, I want you to know that Lisa went to the store the other day and almost got a little cock. So there you go. All right, very good.
Almost okay.
I'm not
All
going
right.
to address that with you. So, you know what? With,
Listen, listen,
do you
Sarah.
know about little cocks? What do you know?
Ooh, is this,
I got rid of one.
Nice having you on the show.
Oh, maybe she has multiple.
Turned out it was nothing but
got
nah, forget it. I'm gonna try it.
Ah, yes, son of a bitch.
Too many
Lisa.
purposes.
What did Lisa
It's like
say?
a half
she
eaten
got rid of
Tic Tac.
one.
Oh, half-eaten Tic Tac.
I had a girl one time. She said,
Only
"Give me
one?
12 inches and hurt me." So I folded it in half and smacked her in the head.
I bet
Anyway,
you did.
all right, here we
Come over
go.
here. I'll freshen your breath.
I don't
for you.
get it.
What? You probably haven't gotten it in quite a while from the way you act.
You'll never know.
Look at Mike. Anyway, all right. So
Oh my god.
did you
Thank you, Gina. Now, that was
did
funny,
you
Helen.
did you miss me? Did you miss
Didn't
me?
do jokes
Look at Jace, he
today.
can't
you-
talk.
Did you miss
His
me?
mouth is full.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Anyway. All right. Dream
I'm out of
on,
breath.
Dream on. Yeah.
What caused that?
That probably wouldn't be the first time.
What is the best stuff?
Hello,
always
911.
happens
Yeah.
when we go
Listen, I was doing my girlfriend, and all of a sudden she passed out here. What? No, okay, here we go. All right, parting thoughts. I hate to do this. Mike, parting thoughts, if you would.
Oh,
Hi,
parting
Mike.
thoughts.
Mike just got here, huh?
Yeah, Mike just got it. Right on time.
I'm just in time for the parting thoughts.
Yep.
It's been an amazing week. I will not be here
What do you know?
tomorrow.
You've been
When
here
do the
a
quartets
25
coming in?
minutes all
How do you
week.
know?
Monday, right?
Yes.
Monday. Okay, go ahead.
And also, I think next week we have Danny Higgins, who is a young up-and-coming director all throughout Long Island.
Okay.
Next week. I'd say make sure you have fun on Sunday for the Super Bowl, whether you're a football fan or not, because it's never really about the game. It's always about the amount of passion, the amount of durability that the players endure during that time, as well as the commercials and
And the big
odds-
bucks they're making,
the
but
odd
whatever.
spectacle of it all between halftime performances and national anthems, and hopefully,
I am curious. I'm genuinely curious, Mike, since you practice being Jewish. And
Practiced
this
it?
is serious question.
He was.
And it's in the middle of Shabbat. Are you even allowed to participate in Super Bowl activities?
yes.
Okay, there you go.
Have fun.
Because how much effort does this require?
Because you have to raise one arm.
That's what
then
you
you have
know.
to raise the other arm. Then you have to say,
Cross
"Stop!
the
Don't
ball.
shoot!" no.
It's the way Jesus had the Last Supper. He invited a bunch of boys over who was going to watch the game. Next
Pretty
thing you
much.
know, all the Jews got upset because they weren't invited, and they crucified him. But anyway, go ahead. Go ahead.
It should have been in the shape of
We
a
forgive
football.
you.
It would have been a lot better.
We do. We forgive you. We forgive you. Kill our Savior, you bastards. Anyway, All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Just kidding. All right, I'm just kidding.
I'd say
If it wasn't
wherever.
for the Jews, there'd be no New York because they own it all. Anyway.
Somebody's got to own it.
All right.
If it wasn't for the Jews, there would be no Christmas lights. The Jews own all the Christmas light
Do
companies.
they really?
Yeah.
I tell you, listen, Myron, what we're going to do, all right, what we're going to do is we're going to get the Christmas lights for the Christians. These people, they'll spend money and, they put up these lights and we have that's all there is to it. What? I tell you. Anyway,
And you always know where all the Jews are on Christmas Day.
how is that?
Chinese
That's a movie
restaurants.
theater.
That's true.
Chinese
I told you.
Chinese restaurants,
I told you
movie
when we
theaters.
were crossing the street. We were crossing the street going over to the tree, and that one Hasidic ran up to me. Are you Jewish? I said no. I'm willing to learn. He said, I have a menorah. Would you like to buy it? I said, I have no need for a menorah. I'm talking like this too to the guy. We're talking back and forth. I'm going, I have no need for a menorah. I'm not. He goes, you look Jewish. I go, what does Jewish look like?
That poor guy.
This is a true story. He goes,
probably
I have a
shouldn't say
menorah. You want to buy him? I didn't know whether he was trying to sell it to me or give it to me. That's what I should have done. When he goes, I would have had a menorah. I should have grabbed it out of his hand and started running away, going, "Thank you, appreciate it."
Thank you, so nice of
and then
you.
they had the
Sorry, I
giant,
can't pay you.
and they had the giant RV that you ever see with the Reby on the side of it, where there's,
yeah.
where there's waiting for the guy to come back.
The menorah mobile.
Yeah, the menorah mobile. This giant picture of this rabbi, that's supposed to be the savior of the world, and he's coming back. So as we're walking by,
Where'd
all
he
the guys.
go?
I don't know. I said, "Why?"
Gets here soon.
I said, "How long's it been?" He goes, "Like what? 10 years." I said, "I don't think he's coming back. He might have found a better place he likes better." Anyway, listen, we're not pissed off at you guys. You killed our savior. We hold no grudges. But go home. Go home. All right, you got the old version of the book. There's a chapter after it. It's called the New Testament. Check it out.
And
You're in the Old Testament. Forget about Moses and that shit. Look at Peter, Paul, and all the other guys there.
People there.
John, Paul, George, and Ringo.
Bye, Heather.
Anyway.
See, I'm
Okay.
stuck with the menorah mobile. Meanwhile, Aladdin has the magic carpet.
I'm telling you. Why
I
can't
think
the
I picked the wrong religion.
Why can't the Jews have magic carpets? I'm telling you. Anyway, my Uncle Bernie had a corporate store in Brooklyn. Nothing was magic about it. Nothing. There's absolutely nothing magic about this
You guys
carpet.
just hear what Mike said?
What did
Not
Mi-
even angel wings.
What did Mike
Yes.
say?
We got the menorah mobile. Even Aladdin got a magic carpet. I think I chose the wrong religion.
Yeah, the Jews are all going. All the
Right,
Jews, all the Jews in Williamsburg are listening to the show right now, going, "What did Mike just say? Throw him out. He's not a Jew anymore. Make him. Oh, you get a choice. You can't be a Jew. Either you're a Muslim or a Christian now. Choose."
There's a
Was
Jews.
used a while ago.
There's a
What?
reason why Walt Disney hated the Jews.
Why is
Why
that?
do you think they call it Mauschwitz? I mean, if you see the original version of Fantasia,
Yeah.
inherently racist
Really?
and anti-Semitic.
Really? Fantasia?
Fantasia, and even if
I
you
really
look at the
thought it was
Nazi
Willy Wonka.
propaganda films,
Really?
Disney was a big part of that.
Really? Was he really?
Yeah,
Wha-
but it's
wha-
funny. The Jews love Disney World.
Yeah. Oh, of
They
course
do.
we do. Hey, I love Disney World. Like you pay $15, you get a cup, refills all day. I'm telling you. Where can you get soda for $15 in New York? It don't happen. Anyway, Mike, parting thoughts.
I'd say
Thanks, Mike. All right. Anyway, go ahead, Mike.
Enjoy the Super Bowl. Stay safe. Have a good time. And just either spend time with family or friends, and always give that one person a call that you've been putting off for a while. It's always good to show people that you're still there, you still exist, and you still care about them.
Blah, 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 blah.
Say that again. Say that again.
Give people a call.
Okay.
Make sure it's collect. Save
Absolutely.
a buck or two.
All right. Hold on.
Oh, God.
Oh, what do you want? Yes.
Helen?
Yeah.
I just,
Yes.
I just wanted to give you a call.
Go.
I'm just giving you a call, Helen. All right. I'm trying to follow.
Yeah.
What
Started.
I'm trying to say what Mike wanted. Mike told me that I should let people know that I care about and give them a call. So I'm calling you to let you know. All right.
I talk to you every day.
All right.
I care about you.
Listen, my mom says I can use $3 on my on my debit card. All right. What can you give me for $3?
Nothing.
All right. Love you, Helen. Call
Love
me.
you.
Keep calling me. All right.
Okay.
All right, Janet,
Bye.
you do your thing while I'm taking care of this. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know where to begin anymore.
Go ahead.
Everything happens for a reason. Just know that God's in charge.
That's all you want to say?
Yeah, that's it.
Hold on.
I know.
Hold on.
And
I like
about
that.
the moment
Okay.
thing, you only have the moment,
Quite the bus driver.
Hello.
Hi, Lisa. It's Eric. How are you?
How are you?
I'm good. I just calling because Mike told me I should call people that I care about. So I'm calling you just to let you know that I care about you, okay?
Oh,
All
I
right.
care about you too.
Ah,
You're my
that's not-
favorite one. We don't need the others.
we
Don't
don't-
tell them.
It's just
We
you and me.
know.
You say our love won't pay the rent. Before we're done, my sperm has all been spent. I'm sorry.
Babe,
Oh,
Strongest.
I got you, babe. I got you, babe.
All right. Love you, Lisa.
Love
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Who's next? Helen, go ahead.
Everybody have, no, it's only Thursday. Don't have a great weekend yet. Have a great day. Be
We're not allowed to
safe.
have a
See you
weekend.
tomorrow.
We're not allowed to have a good weekend yet?
Not yet.
All right.
I'll say that tomorrow.
All
Bye,
right.
everybody.
Bye, Helen.
Hi, Ellen.
Bye.
Oh, I got Jay's voicemail.
Jace, pick up your phone.
Uh-oh.
Hi, Jay. It's Eric. I was
Oh,
just calling.
hey, Mike.
No, I was just calling to say. Oh, did I call? No, I called. Oh, Mike's answering his phone. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Mike.
All right.
Oh,
Hello,
my
is
God.
this a
Lisa, do your thing.
compliment?
Lisa, do your
That
thing.
motherfucker hung up on me.
Lisa, do your thing.
The past is your lesson, the present is your gift, and the future is your motivation.
Ooh,
Yeah,
very good.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, baby. Where is anybody?
Hey, Chief.
Hey, Jay, it's Eric.
Jay, it's Eric.
How are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm just ending the show, and Mike said we should call everybody that we care about. So I'm calling you just to let you know that I care about you.
Oh, God.
Oh, I totally agree.
All right? You okay?
Yeah.
How's that rash?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. But Mike said we should call everybody, so I'm calling everybody.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
to call him and he hung up on me.
Did Yeah. You know those Jews, they don't practice what they preach. All right? Every once in a while, you'll see a Jew at a diner going, give me freaking bacon. Give me bacon. What?
I think I have another call. Can I call you back?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, listen, reach out and touch someone. Okay. All right. Bye, Jay. Love you. All right. Oh, who are we up to? Lisa.
Hey, Jace, how's it going?
How's it going?
Can't hear him.
What happened, Jace?
What happened, Jace?
Really, really nice to hear from you, Mike. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you, Jace?
How are you, Jace?
Good. So I wanted to call you and let you know that, listen, we are the best. We can totally do this without the rest of
Oh!
I think so.
I think so.
You little
Is it?
fucker.
Because at this point, we could call the show the Magical Boy Wonder.
Boy Wonder.
Hold on 1 second. guys. Hold on.
The magical boy
Should
wonder.
I beat him now, ladies, or what?
Now.
Oh, I think somebody forgot to call Janet. Hey, Mike, we gotta
It's
go call
okay,
Janet
my
now.
phone's
But I'll
in my
talk to you
thing,
soon.
it's not-
Okay, sounds good, Jace.
See ya.
That's good, Jace.
Bye.
Bye.
My phone's in my purse.
Hi, this is Janet Russell. You've reached my cell phone. If you can't get me here, please leave me a message on my home phone, 631-654-3353, and have a blessed day.
I got confirmation. I got her.
At the tone, please record your voice message. When you are finished recording, you may hang up or press pound for more options.
My son's probably listening to
Janet, this is Mr. McGuire over at the nursing center. You have to stop leaving in the morning, Janet, without telling us about it, all right? You have to return and return the silverware, Janet. Stop taking the silverware from the dining room. All right,
never gonna
jeez.
do that.
All right, and please leave Mr. McGuire alone. All right, he doesn't want to have sex at 80 years old. You'll give the poor man a heart attack.
Too old
All right.
for me anyway.
All right, bye,
OMG.
bye. Okay, all right. The only person I'm not going to call is Mike. I'm not calling Mike
Why not?
because he started all this shit.
Well, call him
No,
anyway.
kidding. When we call him, let's see if I can find
What
him.
happens, Mike, when you don't like anybody?
You become
He
Jewish.
just says he forgot to charge his flip phone.
He's waiting patiently
It
for the
probably
call.
takes a week to charge.
Yeah, he's got squirrels running around a wheel.
Yeah. You know how he charges it, right?
With wire hung up. Yeah. What?
He takes his dress shoes off and runs his little socks around his static house while he's holding it.
Oh my God, poor Mike.
Oh, what?
I
Okay.
think he needs a call. We're waiting.
Hello?
You know, we're eating.
Hi, Mike. It's Eric.
Hello, Eric.
Are you in the studio?
I think so. I hope so.
Oh, good.
You know, I really hope I don't miss the parting thoughts this morning.
Well, you know what? The reason I called is because my clock's not working, and I just wanted to make sure. I know if you're there, it's 10 o'clock.
That's
Yeah,
about
it's,
right.
it's always 9:55 on a dead clock
Actually,
here.
it's 10:22.
Do you still have your beard?
I think so. I don't know. Might have called someplace.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Well, Mike, I just wanted to say hi and let you know that I care about you because you said this morning on the morning show that we're supposed to call the people that mean so much to us, right?
Oh, thank you so much, Eric. That's very thoughtful of you. I care about you as well.
Oh, wait a sec. Wait.
You're
Wh-
echoing.
which mic is this?
Magic.
I don't know. We'll have to check the microphone. Is that 14 on the board?
Mike, is this Mike Ruggieri?
Yes, Magic Mike.
Oh, you're not the one I wanted to call. Sorry, Mike.
Oh, boy. Oy vey.
Anyway, all right.
Says oy vey.
All right, guys, listen. It's we got everybody who didn't do Jay. Please, Lisa, did you do? Yeah, Lisa, you did. Lisa, did you do Jay? I mean, Lisa, did you do morning? Lisa, did you
Live
do
on the morning show.
Did you do morning?
I will tell you all I love you.
There you go.
Oh,
Love you
perfect
too.
way
warm
to
and
end it.
fuzzy.
That's
I
all
love
you-
you too, Maria and Missy.
That's all you got?
I love you, too.
What about her little brother?
You
You
love
love
me. We're a happy
I feel like I'm
family.
in a North Korean prison.
With a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Won't you say you love me too?
I love you.
I love you.
Right
sounds
now.
like
Love
it's getting
you.
interesting.
Jay, what do you
I
want to say?
love
What do you want to say,
you.
Jay?
Yes,
What do you want to say?
I love me too.
Okay.
We love you.
Yeah. So if you guys
Such
miss any part of the show,
love.
we are on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Podbean, Podsnack, Mixler, Spreaker, Tuner Radio, Facebook Live, Instagram, Periscope, everywhere else you look. In the words of our favorite comedian, Mr. Vic DiBattista, check me out on. Hey, what do you say? What do you hear? What do you say? My Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Google Plus, your sister's ass, the Pony Express. That's we're working on your sister's ass right now,
Okay, good.
Oh, Jesus.
and
Oh my
Spotify.
God.
Is that it?
So,
I'm
So-
starving.
Spotify. So am I, and this is cutting into my nap time. I love you guys. Have a great day. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Don't talk, just act. Don't say, just show. Don't promise, just prove. All right?
Ooh, like it.
Excuses don't get results. All right, remember, life is what happens.
When
When
you're
you're
busy
busy
making
other
other
plans.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye, everybody.